Early seed season is here. Litaw Seed carries Hefty brand corn and beans for their genetics, technology, and treatments. Hefty's corn has been very drought tolerant and excellent yielding. We also have Enlist and XtendFlex soybeans for your choice in herbicide. With Dynagrow, we're at the...
When it comes to vehicle maintenance, we know you have a lot of options, but it can be hard to find an honest, reliable auto repair shop. That's where we come in. Hometown Automotive, committed to providing our customers with honest, quality service at a reasonable price. We use years of training and experience to provide you with the best car care possible. Hometown does oil changes, tune-ups, and computer diagnostics. We sell tires, batteries, and Schaefer products. We install engines, trannies, starters, water pumps, brakes, and much more. Call us at 842-1722 and let our experience be your advantage.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
AgriMax and West River Ag have been in the Winter area for a combined total of 9 years. We offer top-of-the-line services and inputs such as chemical, seed, fertilizer application, spraying, and agronomy services with a certified crop advisor on staff. We are a full-service business that is locally owned and operated. We look forward to continuing service to the ag community and cannot wait to help you with all your agricultural needs. AgriMax, shaping the future of ag.
Shop local with Burke, Gregory, and Winter Building Centers, your hometown hardware stores specializing in everything from finding the right drill bit to building your dream home. The crews at the building centers take pride in customer service and are always available to help with any project, big or small. They offer top-of-the-line flooring and cabinetry, a large inventory of rental items, quality Pittsburgh paint, and so much more. Follow them on Facebook or shop online anytime at buildingcentersd.com.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Shirley's Diner is located at 142 East 2nd Street in Winters, South Dakota. Come meet Martha 1 and Martha 2 and their friendly, courteous staff. Shirley's Diner is open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Breakfast is served all day, and check out the Shirley's Diner Facebook page for all their daily lunch specials. All meals are made fresh and homemade every day. If you can't make it to the diner, they'll deliver. Just call 605-842-3903. Shirley's Diner serves customers from near and far and are a proud supporter of all school activities on Sports Ticket Live. It's easy to remember. There's nothing finer than Shirley's Diner.
Elevate Agronomics is now added to Cal Basgrow to our seed lineup. Along with brands like LG Seeds, Dakota, and Westbred, we can find the best hybrid to fit your farm. When it comes to your chemicals, we can finance many of your chemical needs for 1.9% while still offering full cash discounts. Elevate is also your precision planting dealer, with a meter stand and an expert on staff to help get your row units and planting equipment ready for this upcoming season. Give us a call or check us out at elevateagronomics.com. Elevate Agronomics. Reach new heights.
There's a lot of uncertainties in farming and ranching today, but one thing is certain. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain, Winter, and Mitchell are your crop and livestock insurance specialists. Statewide agents have a background in agriculture and work hard to provide growers and ranchers with risk management plans and insurance coverage that fits their business needs. From hail insurance, livestock revenue protection, to multi-peril crop and revenue insurance, Statewide will help you with the right decisions. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain, Winter, and Mitchell. Locally owned, your dependable partner in crop and livestock protection and equal opportunity provider.
You've spent years dreaming up your business plan, saving every dollar, searching for the right location, and perfecting your product. Auto Owners insures your small business, because it isn't small to you.
Only 36 more to go.
That's simple human sense.
Ask Miller and Associates in Platte, South Dakota, if auto owners make sense for you.
Mead Lumber is 100% employee-owned. Mead Lumber is your source for building materials. Whether your plans are for new construction or updating your existing home or barn, Mead Lumber provides the know-how and the materials you need. Lumber, steel, roofing, siding, drywall, windows, doors, and so much more. Start to finish, Mead Lumber has what you need and want for your project. Mead Lumber is your hometown lumber yard. Stop in and see what Mead can do for you. 102 North Main Street in Winter.
It might be time for you to strongly consider leasing bulls from Jorgensen Land and Cattle. Here's Cody.
We'll get the bull to your place. Generally, we'll be able to get the bull picked up when you're done with them. So there's no reason for you to have a bull around your place for 9-10 months of the year that you don't need him. He's just costing you money. He's eating feed. He's tearing up your corral. So there's just no reason for it. It's become very popular just in the fact that it's convenient for people.
Call 1-800-548-BULL.
For over 130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a recarpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start stop technology, you'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierce, South Dakota.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Stop by your hometown grocer, County Fair, now in Winter and Platte. Same friendly faces with a brand new name. County Fair is a 4th-generation family-owned business based in South Dakota. They offer friendly service and the freshest food at great prices. County Fair carries premium certified Angus beef, locally grown produce, and much more. Shop County Fair in Winter and Platte, the friendliest store in town.
Winter Dental, located at 911 Golden Prairie Drive, is proud to provide Winter and the surrounding area with high-quality, high-tech, patient-centered dentistry. Dr. Brad and the entire staff, including hygienists Michaela Smith and Sierra Hansen, are honored to have the opportunity to serve the good people of Winter and the surrounding area with gentle, compassionate, and high-quality dental services. For information on all the services they can provide you or to make an appointment, please call 605-842-1793 or go to winterdentalclinic.com.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Miller and Associates in Platte, South Dakota, if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Being a part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect, so you get everything you need right here in the place you call home, now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
Schrader Electric and Control, located in Winter, is available for all your electrical service needs. With close to 40 years of experience, Brian and his crew can take care of all your electrical projects, residential or commercial. Schrader Electric works with new construction, remodels, and new additions. Call Brian at 605-840-8913 to get a quote or schedule your next electrical service. Schrader Electric and Control is a proud sponsor of the schools on the Live Ticket Network.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The Insurance Center in Winter is an independent insurance agency affiliated with many fine companies representing all types of insurance. They're able to provide you with a no-obligation comparison of your auto, home, business, crop, farm, life, and health insurance needs. Since they have access to so many companies, they have the ability to offer you the best possible coverages at the most competitive rates. For all of your insurance needs, it's the Insurance Center in Winter, White River, Platte, Burke, and Valentine.
Meyer Ag is your Beck's Hybrids seed dealer located in Winter, South Dakota. Meyer Ag is a family-owned company specializing in seed consulting and zone-based variable rate that services South Central South Dakota. Contact Trace Meyer at 605-842-5458 to learn more about Beck's Hybrids and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you. Meyer Ag in Winter, South Dakota is a proud supporter of all youth athletics and activities.
Your local cooperative has a new name. CHS Northern Plains and CHS Midwest Cooperative have joined together to better serve you under the new name CHS River Plains. You gain more options and more value with access to global markets and a powerful supply chain. And you can do more every day using inputs delivered by a team who knows what you need when you need it. Visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in today and let us help you own every day.
The Winter Advocate is the exclusive newspaper of Tripp County, serving Winter, Colome, and the surrounding communities. Each Wednesday, you'll find the latest in state and local news, sports, job openings, classifieds, and all legal public notices. Call 842-1481 or stop down to 125 West 3rd to start your subscription today. Don't forget our deadlines, Friday at 5 p.m. for the Advocate and 12 on Fridays for the Rocket. The Winter Advocate is a proud partner of Winter Warriors Live and wish the Warriors and Lady Warriors success all this season.
Computers and More, located at 27786 311th Avenue, is obviously your computer sales and repair in winter. The More is so much other than you can imagine. We are your local outlet for Winter Warriors sports apparel. We do screen printing and embroidery for your purple and gold attire. Stop in and check out all our gear on hand for you to wear at the next game. Call us at 842-9057 and see how we can design your company logo on all types of clothing. And remember, thanks for keeping it local.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Easy Entrees is a locally owned business that specializes in take and bake entrees. We feature an assortment of frozen, ready-to-bake options for you to choose from. All of our recipes are made with care and fresh ingredients so that you can have a healthy and delicious meal, allowing you to have more quality time with your family. Our menus change monthly. Just click on our banner ad at the sports ticket page to see our current monthly menu. Remember, dishing up dinner is as easy as picking up the phone and dialing 842-EASY for Easy Entrees.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
It started off as a dream. Eventually it gets formed into a goal, and the only thing left is to execute it. And tonight, dreams become a reality for one team, making it to the state tournament. For one team, it's been since 2021, the other since 2018. Welcome to Menno, South Dakota, home of the Wolves, but tonight, it's the SoDak16 matchup between the Vermillion Tanagers and the Winter Lady Warriors. Two teams that come in with a great season. Vermillion is right now at the mark, 18-4. Winter Lady Warriors, 16-4. Both come in as one of the top teams in their respective regions. The only difference when it separates these two teams now is what comes down to seed points and ultimately their overall standings. Vermillion number 4, if you will. The Tanagers come in with a lot of hype and a lot of, well, revenge, if you will, from a year ago. It was a team that had a lot of aspirations a year ago, finishing 19-1 during the regular season and expected to make it to state, only to be stopped within the second round of the region tournament. This year, they're looking to make it a little bit farther, and so far they have. One of their big goals was to beat Lennox last Thursday, and they accomplished that task. Now it's the Warriors. The Lady Warriors are the only thing stopping Vermillion from getting back to a state tournament since 2018. On the flip side of that, Winter, a historically great basketball team, whether it's boys or girls, always competing at the highest level, and it seems like always fighting for a chance to make it to a state tournament. Well, they have gone cold in the past couple of years, but now they're looking to make it back once again. The only thing that stands in their way is a Tanagers team that is looking to be pesky and stop them from getting to that ultimate goal. We have a fun and jam-packed pregame show coming up. I'm Heath Nimke. Later on, we're going to be joined with Betsy Watzel joining us here in the broadcast booth, along with my broadcast partner throughout the entire year, who's going to be running production for us and chiming in every once in a while. Cole Larsh will keep us straight on the stats and also throughout the production as well. We might hear from a few other voices throughout the night. Oh, and by the way, fans back at home, everyone's wondering the question right now. We're still an hour away from tip. How full is the gym? Both teams have talked about this all week long. It's going to be in Meadows, South Dakota. The jokes have been made. Well, can it hold everybody that's expected to come? Of course, a lot of Vermillion fans, it's only about an hour trip for them. And for winter, well, they always travel well. Right now, the gym is still, well, maybe 33, 25% full. Not full yet. But again, we're less than an hour away from tip, but still 15 minutes away from tip, and you can see already how full it is. And by the way, we have yet to see the winter student section file in, which is currently on a fan bus making their way here, which is only going to add to the noise. Some Vermillion student sections are here, but not quite in full ramp yet. It is going to be packed. If you didn't think it was going to be packed, you're insane. If it's the only reason that you didn't stay home because you thought it was going to be packed, that's all right. We'll have all the coverage. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll break this down more. How do we get to the SoDak16? Who are the 16 teams that survive? And who are the 8 teams that have a good chance at making it in? And who are maybe on upset alert? What could the state tournament look like a week from today? In fact, less than a week away, as the tournament gets started on noon on Thursday. That look at the SoDak16 and the playoffs on the way next here on Winter Warriors Live, Vermillion Tanagers Live, and Live Ticket TV.
Looking for an economical way to extend your feed supply and reduce feed costs? Get more out of your feed with an ND Eco S or U-Series feed mixers from Grossenberg Implement. They are compact and economical, single or dual augers with a lower loading height, suitable for any operation. Process, mix, and feed a uniform total mix ration to minimize waste, extend your feed supply, and reduce your feed costs. Get a step ahead of the rest with a new ND Eco vertical feed mixer available from Grossenberg Implement.
No job is too big or small for the gang at H&O Electric in winter. Whether it's a simple task around the house, remodel, new addition, or new construction, we provide residential, commercial, and industrial heating, cooling, or electrical work in winter and the surrounding area. We handle it all. Call 605-842-1117 for service or more information on your next project, big or small. H&O Electric is your authorized dealer for Train heating systems too. Good luck in today's event.
H&O Electric is a proud supporter of all area student athletes and activities on Live Ticket TV.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Give it off to Cisse, gliding to the basket. Out to 3, Jay Hayes. Good! And Eric Glenn wants to stop the music.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
No, tip-off isn't getting close. We're still quite a bit of ways. You're saying, don't I see both teams on the court right now? Yes, you do. Both are allowed a certain period of time to warm up. This is all part of, being on a bus for a little bit of time. These teams probably didn't go through their final walkthroughs, if you will, before they came to Menno, and even on the bus, doing a little bit of walkthroughs, maybe some final preparations before getting into that headspace, if you will, for both these teams. And then when they get to the gym, they get to have that chance to get familiar, if you will, with their surroundings, get these pre-warm-up shots even before the official countdown clock comes on, which means we just go back to the locker room. That's when the maybe big speeches come apart. We go over the final breakdown of everything, and then we come back out for their 15 minutes, warm up. We'll have our national anthem, starting lineups, and just like that, it'll be time for game time. But we still have a jam-packed pregame show along with Betsy Watzel, our producer, Cole Larsch. I'm Heath Nimke, voice of the Vermillion Tanagers, working with them each and every single year. And it's great to be with on both streams here this evening. Let's get into our next portion of the pregame show. How did we get to this point? How do we get to this matchup when we look at these two teams? When it comes to, we'll begin with the visitors, if you will, on at least the game clock, or at least the 13th seed, if you will. The Winter Warriors coming in 16-4 overall. They won their first region game against Pine Ridge 71-18, and also won last Thursday against Todd County 61-26. That is how they got out of their region. Don't have Betsy here. I would ask Betsy this question. She is off, I think, shaking hands, being with fans. So I'm going to ask Cole Larsch the question. Cole, one thing that jumps out to me, I asked Coach Aker this question that's going to come up on our pregame show, but I want to get your intake on this. How much does it worry you for the Winter Warriors that maybe they didn't face the toughest of competition, at least in game number 1 against Pine Ridge in the region tournament, and how much did that prepare them getting ready for this type of matchup against the Vermillion Tanagers?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. It's definitely interesting when you look at it. I mean, when you look at just the difference in schedules, I'd say very easily the strength of schedule favors Vermillion definitely pretty hard. I mean, don't get me wrong. Winners played some really tough teams along the way, but it's just you can't really physically compare to Region 4A and a DAC-12 schedule. But, I mean, you just look at some of their last games. I mean, the last, you could say, good team or decent team almost. They only scored 22 points against St. Thomas More, who was 13-8, and then they beat McLaughlin, who was 14-7, only allowing 20 points. So, like you said, you kind of get in those region matchups, and some teams it actually favors them a little bit, some teams it hurts them a little bit. I don't think it's really going to hurt this Winter Lady Warriors squad. I mean, they're tough, they're physical, they know that they need to get stuff done coming in here, especially against a tough opponent like Vermillion.
I see this on Betsy's sheet, and I want to get your intake on it because I don't think it matters personally. I think you have to look at that Vermillion game and realize that situation, that it was something we've never seen from this Vermillion girls basketball team until then, and we really haven't seen it since then. Winter Warriors, you go back their schedule, out of their last 10 games are 8-2. You mentioned that St. Thomas More loss, where they only put up 22 points. Their other loss comes back on January 26th against Mount Vernon, where they lost 51-37. Vermillion beat Mount Vernon during the regular season. Is there a lot of comparison, if you will, Cole? Just because, as I said, the way Vermillion handled Mount Vernon, combined 29 threes made in that game. Is there a lot of comparison you make with those two?
I don't really think. I mean, you can obviously look at the score and try and compare them all you want, but me having watched actually both of them games, I actually think that it was two completely different styles of basketball. I mean, one was super fast, both teams couldn't miss. One was a little slower, more physical, a lot less points. I don't think you can directly relate them, but you can probably look at it and say, okay, I mean, here's how this team plays in winter. They like to slow it down a little bit, play a little more aggressive. But then in that Vermillion MVP game, it just seemed like anybody who had the ball was going to shoot it, and they were going to make it most of the time. So I don't think you can directly compare the two, but I mean, you can get a good guess on what you might think is going to happen tonight based on that score, maybe a little bit.
Again, that is how the Winter Warriors have made it into the SoDak16, beating Pine Ridge in the first round of the region 71-18 before beating Todd County 61-26. How did Vermillion get here? Well, the Vermillion Tanagers, as Cole Larsch and I will allude to later on throughout the broadcast, and this is just part of us being homers, happen to go through the most difficult region, if you will, in all of Class A, Region 4A, which their first round matchup was against the Parker Pheasants, a rematch from just a few days before that, where they still, game in the regular season, if you will, 62-18. Come back a few days later. Maybe a few more eyes were glancing ahead to what the next matchup would be. Beating still Parker by 34 points, 68-34. And then on Thursday, had to go toe-to-toe with the Lennox Orioles, winning 47-42. Cole Larsch, we mentioned it as well. That was the monkey off the back for the Vermillion Tanagers because it was last year at that point where they got eliminated as the 1 seed to the 4 seed T Area Titans. This year, they didn't let history repeat themselves.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you needed to do. I mean, you talk about maybe that first round region game is, I don't know why that's happening, Betsy. I'll have to look in that in a second, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those deals where, you got a lot of nerves, not only because it's a tough region game, not only because you're playing a good Lennox squad, but you really don't want history to repeat itself, like you said. and they did a really good job overcoming it. It seemed like at one point we were all thinking in our heads, oh, here we go. History's going to repeat itself again as they started getting down a little bit and couldn't hit some shots. But it was a really big game and a really big win, and I think that fuels a lot of their momentum and their confidence coming in here to Menno today.
By the way, one other quick note we want to make. We talk about the 4-13 matchup on seed-wise. These two teams did not finish overall, if you will, on that kind of point when it comes to seed points. In fact, Winter finished 17th, whereas Vermillion finished 5th. You do have to realize one of the top teams in all of Class A that both teams actually lost to, the Wagner Red Raiders, were eliminated by Mount Vernon Plankinton. All right, let's get our intake. It's the SoDak16 tonight. We've talked so much about how these two teams have gotten here, so now it's time to see when it comes to the SoDak16. And she's back once again with us up here in the broadcast booth. We're not ignoring her. You've just been away. Betsy Watzel, we're talking about the SoDak16. I know back in the office there was some kind of conversation on the upsets that could happen. What are the big matchups you're looking at tonight in the SoDak16?
I'd say that Aberdeen-Roncalli, Mount Vernon Plankinton game. You know, don't know a lot about Aberdeen-Roncalli. Of course, Mount Vernon Plankinton with the Lady Warriors playing them, know a little bit about them. One of our network schools on the Live Ticket Network. I really think that MVP team they're playing some of the best basketball in the state. When you can take and hold Ashland Copel down to 4 points in your region semifinal game, you're doing something right. Of course, I know Ashland was under the weather that night, but that MVP team they're dangerous. They with Emily Fox and her crew around her, Reagan Russ, I really think they are maybe the team nobody's talking about. And out west a little bit, Red Cloud. Not a lot of people on the eastern side of the state know a lot about Red Cloud. The Lady Warriors, for a few minutes, thought they were going to have Red Cloud in the SoDak16. That is a very, very lethal team. But I think Belfouche gives them a run tonight. I really do. That Belfouche team is another one. Nobody's talking about them. So I would say those are the two. This one too. Who knows? You know, I know we've been kind of going back and forth for the last week, bantering each other back and forth. Oh, you know, well, Vermillion's going to win. You know, Winter doesn't have a pure shooter. One night it can be Bros that goes off. The next night Kyle goes off. The next game Sokshin goes off. Where I know you guys have the Clevelands, the young 8th grader. Her name just went out of my head, but Roovers, thank you. You know, but Winter's style of defense, and I know Vermillion plays very good defense too. This game, if Winter can stay with Vermillion, keep it close, and hit their shots, I think this is going to be a great game. I'm going to stop you there. Don't get too much more into that, because that's our next segment here on the pregame show, is breaking this down a little bit more, because you have a lot of great points that we're going to get into here in just a moment. Cole Larsch, your take, any big upset? And by the way, maybe your mind could change here quickly, Cole. After quarter number 1, Mobridge leads over T-Area 8-7. We actually have that one pulled up here in the broadcast booth. Cole, do you think maybe T can get upset tonight, or is it kind of what Betsy mentioned, Aberdeen-Roncalli, Mount Vernon? We saw both those teams, by the way, Vermillion did, and we would say Mount Vernon was a lot scarier than Aberdeen-Roncalli. Is that the one you're looking at tonight, too? Not so fast, my friend. That's what Lee Corsa likes to say. This T-Area Mobridge-Pollock game, it's going to shake out in the way of T-Area, I think, once it comes down to it. It just looks like T-Area can't get some shots to fall. I think they're going to take care of business there in that second half. But, yeah, like you said, that MVP Aberdeen-Roncalli game, obviously I'm going to be watching it for reasons that you guys both know. But I think it's going to be, like you said, I think just MVP's a scarier team. Now, we have to take it with a grain of salt, because when we saw Aberdeen-Roncalli play Vermillion, Vermillion had 30 by the time Aberdeen-Roncalli had 5. So take it as what you will. I mean, you can that can go either way, for or against Aberdeen-Roncalli. But yeah, I mean, that's really the only two that I'm looking at. Maybe that Belfouche Red Cloud game. I know you guys down at the office have been talking about it. I've started looking into it a little bit. It's good. They're going to give them a run for it, I think. I think they're probably going to fall short about 10 points, but it's going to be a close game for the first 3 quarters, I think. But the beauty of the SoDak16, you play 8 games, you never truly know who's going to win all 8. All right, fans, pay attention. Here we go. This is what we all have for you. Sisterton takes on Tri-Valley. It's the 1 versus 16 at 7 o'clock. Number 2, Sioux Falls Christian and Miller are about to tip off. Number 3, Flandreau plays number 14, Hill City. That one's at 7 o'clock. Of course, this one coming up at 6:30. The 5-12 matchup is Red Cloud versus Belfouche. That one's at 7:30. Right now, T-Area now quickly leads it by 3. They're on a modest 4-0 run, 11-8
against Mopridge. They're into the second quarter there. Number 7, Aberdeen Roncalli takes on number 10, Mount Vernon Plankinton. That one's at 7. And then at 7:30, number 8, Hanson tips off against number 9, Florence Henry. Betsy alluded to it already. How do these two teams match up offensively? And how is it going to be more about, well, the old mantra, if you will, defense wins championships. How great are these two defenses? That is on the way next here on Winter Warriors Live, Vermillion Tanagers Live, and Live Ticket TV.
Eklund Tax Service, located at 323 Main Street in Gregory, South Dakota, is available for all your tax preparations. Mark Eklund has been a staple in the Gregory community for many years and wants to help you and your business have success by specializing in all types of bookkeeping. Eklund Tax can take care of any agricultural, retail, or personal bookkeeping or tax preparation. Call Mark at Eklund Tax today at 605-835-9665.
Do you have the right financial advisor to help you reach your goals? Ameriprise Advisors can create a personalized, goal-based plan to help you prepare for whatever life brings so you can feel more confident about your financial future. Call Wealth Partners, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, today at 605-842-3832. That's 605-842-3832. Office is located at 214 East 2nd Street, Winters, South Dakota, 57580. Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Yeah. Another one. Yep. Man, this town's changed. Yeah. About damn time.
Early seed season is here. Litaw Seed carries Hefty brand corn and beans for their genetics, technology, and treatments. Hefty's corn has been very drought tolerant and an excellent yielding. We also have Enlist and XtendFlex soybeans for your choice in herbicide. With Dynagrow, we're at the top of the South Dakota field trials for their sunflowers and milo. And with Mill Barn, we're the leader in grass, cover crop, and forages. Call 605-840-4591 for Litaw Seed, your source for corn to cover crops, soybeans to sunflowers, and all forages. That's 605-840-4591.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance, we know you have a lot of options, but it can be hard to find an honest, reliable auto repair shop. That's where we come in, Hometown Automotive, committed to providing our customers with honest, quality service at a reasonable price. We use years of training and experience to provide you with the best car care possible. Hometown does oil changes, tune-ups, and computer diagnostics. We sell tires, batteries, and Schaefer products. We install engines, trannies, starters, water pumps, brakes, and much more. Call us at 842-1722 and let our experience be your advantage.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Welcome back
in
to
Meadows,
the
South Dakota, home of the Wolves. Not tonight, where it's a matchup of the SoDak16 between the Vermillion Tanagers and the Winter Lady Warriors. Well, she alluded to it already here on the pregame show. The matchup between these two teams, again, coming in seed-wise, Vermillion is number 4. It's 13 for Winter. Winter overall, 17 points, or 17th seed, if you will. According to seed points, Vermillion finished at number 5. Betsy, just looking at it simply, Vermillion's going to win this game. They're on to state. Simple. If you're just a casual fan, it's seed-wise. It's seed-wise. I mean, there's nothing more to say to that than it's just seed-wise. Why is it not necessarily that easy to read into?
This Lady Warrior team is hungry, and they're confident right now. And granted, you look at their 2 region games, they weren't even close. Winter was up 29-0 before the Pine Ridge Lady Thorpes, who are a young 7th and 8th grade team, basically, scored. Todd County, Winter jumped on them early. They're very confident. they wanted this game, and they really thought they were going to get a chance at Wagner again. We played Wagner. The 4 losses that the Lady Warriors have, their best loss was probably to Wagner. They played the best. The other ones against Mount Vernon, Plankington, they played horrible. St. Thomas More was horrible. Parkston, they just nothing. But I really think if they can stay close, I think it bids well for the Lady Warriors. Their pressure defense, again, I haven't seen Vermillion play a lot. I know you said their pressure is very tough also. I just think if this game can stay close, it favors the Lady Warriors. If Vermillion gets up double digits in the third quarter, Winter, honestly, not built to come back from big deficits. But, again, it's playoff time. You don't know, Heath.
Now, Betsy, let me ask you this question, and I can maybe give you a little bit more insight to it for all the fans out there. Has Winter faced anybody else that has a really high press that they've struggled with so far this season?
St. Thomas More. And it really wasn't a press. It was just I called it a sticky man-to-man defense. You couldn't get a defender off you if you threw him on the floor. I mean, they just were so quick, so fast. That was probably the toughest defense we faced. The Lady Warriors, and I've said it all season, calling all their games, they press so well, but when they face a press, it's almost like they panic at times. But this team is young. They have matured throughout the season. They've gotten calmer at doing things. It just, again, I just think the closer this game stays, it bids well for Winter.
So to give a little bit more insight when it comes to that, if you talk about Winter and how Vermillion is compared to everybody else, to be St. Thomas More. On the opposite side of that, how does Vermillion and Winter's defense compare with their press? Well, Coach Brooks mentions it. It's like Sioux Falls Christian. We saw Vermillion struggled against Sioux Falls Christian. Cole Larsh remembers that one extremely well. That was a rock fight, as we all called it at the end. It was a lot of turnovers, shots that necessarily happened to fall. And that being, let's talk about that then, Betsy. Let's say this pressure does live up to the hype for both teams. Offensively, we don't really see anyone that's outstanding for Winter Warriors, or Lady Warriors. Right. There's no one that's going to go out. I mean, you look at what they average, no one averages double figures.
Correct.
You don't necessarily say, hey, give it to this girl, she's going to go win us the ball game. So does that worry you on the opposite side when you have Taylor Roofers, the 8th grader? Historically, I mean, you look at her mom, played at the University of South Dakota. Brooke Jensen, a junior, already committed to Augustana University. Casey Hansen, who tore her ACL, came back off the bench. She averages 8. I mean, the list goes on and on offensively for Vermillion, what they can average, and we haven't even got to Chandler Cleveland, who's the 2nd leading scorer yet. So how much does that worry you if this one is a low-scoring contest, that it might not be enough for Winter?
It worries me a lot, and I know back home I've had people ask me, and I said the same thing you just did. You've got several people from Vermillion that are shooters, and the pure shooters. Lady Warriors, again, I mentioned it earlier. One night, Kylie Sokshin goes off and scores 16. The next game, Carly Brozick has 14. The next game, Keely Kyle, who's been pretty quiet all season, she's the leader, one of the leaders in assists and rebounds. She goes off and has 18 or something like that the other night. So it does worry a person a little bit more because you just don't know who's going to be able to step up against. Going back to that St. Thomas More, that's probably the ugliest game that the Winter Lady Warriors have played all season. They were, I think it was 11-2 at the end of the first quarter. They just couldn't get shots to fall. They got frustrated. The defense for St. Thomas More really stepped up. And again, it does worries a person a little bit about Vermillion being the better scoring team. But you look at the averages, Vermillion comes in averaging 56 a game, Winter 53.5. Winter gives up only 30.5 points a game. Vermillion gives up 39. Winter at times, a couple times this year, has held teams to only 2 to 4 points in the second half. That's how good the defense can be.
One thing that we'll throw out here that could be the devil's advocate, Vermillion put up 47 against Lennox. So far in games that they've had a low scoring like that, below 50, they have come out and put up 14-plus points in every single contest afterwards.
Yep.
So that could be looking right now, if you do the simple math, 61 points. Betsy, can Winter get to 61?
They haven't done it a lot this year. The teams they have, like against Pine Ridge, of course, a young team, they've scored 71 a couple times. Of course, it's been to maybe lesser quality teams than a Vermillion. And you have to go back and look at the schedule. Vermillion's schedule compared to Winter's schedule, 2 less games, 2 big games that didn't get played, Belfouche and Mobridge. Winner didn't get a chance to
2 teams
face
that made the
those.
SoDak16.
Absolutely. That winner would have been great test for the Lady Warriors. That could come into play too. So, yeah, it as a fan and as a homer of the Lady Warriors, I guess you'd say, it does worry me about this Vermillion team.
And Cole Larson, I would say, Region 4A, and we play in the toughest conference there is in the state of South Dakota. Welcome to the DAC-12. It doesn't get any tougher than that. It has the mantra is always in the DAC-12. We'll play you any place, anytime, anywhere. It doesn't matter. We're ready to play you. Quick little side note, the other game that is going on currently, as other ones are getting set to tip off here in just a moment, Titans, after trailing after the first quarter, have blown it open. T area now leads over Mobridge, 25-12. I think they have another going down the final seconds there in the first half. So again, T all over Mobridge right now. We're going to step aside. No one knows these two teams better than the two head coaches. Coach Larry Aker and John Brooks are on the way next here on Live Ticket TV.
AgriMax and West River Ag have been in the winter area for a combined total of 9 years. We offer top-of-the-line services and inputs such as chemical, seed, fertilizer application, spraying, and agronomy services with a certified crop advisor on staff. We are a full-service business that is locally owned and operated. We look forward to continuing service to the ag community and cannot wait to help you with all your agricultural needs. AgriMax, shaping the future of ag.
Shop local with Burke, Gregory, and Winter Building Centers, your hometown hardware stores specializing in everything from finding the right drill bit to building your dream home. The crews at the building centers take pride in customer service and are always available to help with any project, big or small. They offer top-of-the-line flooring and cabinetry, a large inventory of rental items, quality Pittsburgh paint, and so much more. Follow them on Facebook or shop online anytime at buildingcentersd.com.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Back here in Meadows, South Dakota, as we're getting you set for the SoDak16 matchup between Vermillion and Winter. Let's get to our coaches' interviews as we have broken down the playoffs, how we've gotten to the SoDak16.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box.
What we're
Contact
expecting from these two
Trace
teams,
Meyer,
as we mentioned, no one knows these two teams better than the two head coaches who has been with them all season long. So let's get into our coaches' interviews. First one we get to is what's on the visiting side, if you will, or considered the lower seed. The Winter Lady Warriors coming in 16-4 overall. Over the last 10 games, 8-2, and they dominated their region games to get to this point. Earlier this week, I was able to sit down with head coach Larry Aker to talk about how his team has gotten to not just this point in the region tournament, but the success they had throughout the season. Here he is on our pregame show, the longtime head coach of the Winter Lady Warriors, Larry Aker. For the postseason, the SoDak16 game, a big one against the Vermillion Tanagers. Before we take a look at this matchup against Vermillion, let's take a look at your season so far. A very successful season for the Winter Warriors. You look back over it all. What was your ultimate goal this season, and did you accomplish that as you head into the postseason?
Well, you know, our main goal throughout the season is just to be playing the best basketball come postseason, and you know, I feel like we're doing that. You know, we did have some bumps along the road, and we knew we were going to have some tough contests, but you know, Wagner opening up them, you know, game one of the year, it's, you know, that's not ideal for anybody. And, we hung tough, and, it was a good game for 3 quarters, and then they just were able to pull away in that fourth quarter. So, obviously we didn't start the season off, the way we wanted, but also you look at it and you can learn from that and keep building. And, it didn't mean our season was over. So we still had a lot of season to play. And, and then we took another loss to Parkston right before, Christmas. And it was just one of those games. They just kind of took it to us. And it was definitely a learning curve for us. Didn't play well at all in the first half. And, the second half we came out and played better. But, it still is, again, it was one of those learning games. And then we played our other 2 losses, Mount Vernon Plankington and St. Thomas More. And, kind of same thing with the St. Thomas More game, just didn't come out, and they did some things against us that we weren't really ready for. And, I took ownership of that. I didn't have the girls prepared for some of those things. And so, but the biggest thing we took away from every loss is you can't have any regrets, and you got to learn from it and get better the next day. And this group of girls has been really good at that, learning from those losses, getting back into work the next day of practice. So I guess, from a goal standpoint, again, we just work on getting better each and every day, and outworking yesterday. And I feel like we've been able to do that.
Well, it was a successful season. As you mentioned, you get better each and every day. Finished the season overall 16-4. And you head into the region postseason, if you will. You take on Pine Ridge. A dominant victory there, 71-18. Getting the postseason started, how good did that feel, getting that type of win over Pine Ridge?
Yeah, going in, we knew that probably our first opponent wasn't going to be as strong as, maybe some had to face. And but again, you want to play well. You don't want to take a step back, and you always got to keep climbing that ladder. And that's what we just preached. And we came out early and had a really good first half. I don't think we've ever scored that many points in a first half, and everything was clicking. So that's how you want to start the postseason for sure.
You continue to roll on in the region tournament. They get a win against Todd County on Thursday, 61-26. As we could see, a little bit closer of a score, if you will, but still get a dominating victory. How nice was that to get 2 dominating victories within the region, and how much does that build confidence as you head into the SoDak16?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with confidence. We're able to, get in our press and get some easy buckets and just play relaxed. And that's, going into the SoDak16 game, that's what we're preaching, is just go in, have fun, play relaxed. Essentially we have nothing to lose. We're the 13 seed, Vermillion's a 4 seed. And, they got a little chip on their shoulder after getting knocked off last year by T. And so I feel like all the pressure is on them. So we got to go in with that mindset that, we're relaxed. It's just a game. You just got to do the little things well. You got to shoot the ball well. You got to take care of the ball, and you got to rebound the ball. And if you're able to do that, whoever can do that, the best is going to win the game.
Yeah, I would certainly agree with you as well that there's a lot of pressure on the Vermillion Tanagers as that 4 seed. Again, high expectations were going into this year, and a lot of people want to see them make it to the state tournament in Vermillion, if you will. Of course, winner would love to play spoils and get that upset. When we look at your squad, this is a team that has a really balanced scoring. In fact, no one averages double figures scoring wise for you. Do you like how it's so balanced with your team, or maybe sometimes do you wish you had that one key girl that would step up and be averaging double digits, someone you can always rely on to go get a bucket?
Well, I love that nobody is averaging double digits. It makes it hard for the other team. They can all score. They can all could score 20 in a game. Just really unselfish, and we sub a lot. We have a sub rotation, and so we really preach the team aspect, offensively and defensively. Just go in, do your job at the highest level possible, and if you play together as a team, good things are going to happen. And we've had teams in the past where we've had a first team All-Stater, and teams have been able to focus on them, and this year's been nice just from a team aspect of not really having to worry about that, because everybody is so balanced, and not often do you find kids that are willing to buy into that, if that makes sense, because believe me, they all want to score, but they also understand that in order for us to get it done, that balance needs to be there. If everybody can chip in, 5-6 points, and get 1 to 10, 11, 12, it doesn't matter who it is, I like our chances.
Certainly so. It's going to be a very competitive game. And you mentioned kind of the balanced scoring. Let's get into that matchup, because Vermillion on the opposite side with their offense is very balanced scoring too. I think there are a couple of key girls that you could focus on, Brooke Jensen, Taylor Ruvers, but then you start focusing too much on them, and all of a sudden it's someone else who has a big game. Getting ready for this matchup, what's the scouting report look like for you trying to shut down this Vermillion offense?
Well, they all can shoot the ball. That's a given. Both the Cleveland's, Voss, you already mentioned the big two. Those 5, and then you bring Hanson off the bench as well. So, those 6 right there can score the ball. For us, we've been preaching all week is, we got to focus on us, what we can control, what we can do, especially defensively. We like to get up and down and press and play a different type of defense in the half court. So, we've been working on a few things. I think one really key, though, is going to be rebounding the ball. Vermillion rebounds so well. We're going to have to really do a good job on the boards. Their size, they just rebound really well. So we're going to have to do a good job boxing out and, kind of controlling the boards, keeping them off the offensive glass. And, just anytime you play, you just kind of hope the other team, you try and keep them below 40% shooting, and, hopefully the threes aren't going in for them.
Well, they have struggled shooting the 3 so far this season. You got to be right there. Hopefully they're not having a hot game. Otherwise, it could be quickly over the way they can shoot the 3. Talking about this game defensively as well, both teams are going to bring the press, if you will. How do you make sure your girls handle Vermillion's press, especially with Janaea Cleveland, who's just so pesky on defense and shutting things down for other teams' offense? And the opposite side, how do you make sure your press really causes havoc for Vermillion's offense?
Yeah, that's the interesting part about it. And, I don't think you can really simulate what they want to do defensively. And so we haven't really been trying to do that. We've just been running our press, which again just causes havoc and makes team. And so with us stubbing a lot, we like to go strong on strong a lot, and so we go our 5 starters, and then the next 5 that would come in, and we get after each other. And so I think that'll help us. But I mean, you just got to do a good job of taking care of the ball and not getting in a hurry, and just being able to see the floor. And, then the flip side of it for us defensively, hey, we got to put a lot of pressure on the ball. You got to force them into trying to make bad decisions. And then we realize we're not going to turn them over every single possession, but if we can stay on them and stay on them and stay on them and just kind of hopefully wear them down, and, we're going to press for 32 minutes, no matter what. And so we might not get any in the first 8 or the first 16 minutes, okay, but those second 16 minutes, okay, if you can continue to wear them down and just make it really difficult on them, and hopefully we're able to do that and, get a few turnovers that way.
Getting ready for this matchup, of course, Coach, you know there's going to be a lot of anticipation. It's in Meadows, South Dakota, Class B gym. This place is going to be packed, winter travel as well. And as I mentioned earlier, Vermillion expecting to make it onto state, at least according to their fans. If you ask them, they're finally ready to make it back to state. But what does it take for your group? What are you saying to the girls as you head on onto the hardwood to get the upset over Vermillion? And it's the Winter Warriors who make it to state and not the Vermillion Tanagers.
Well, it's all about team. You got to play together. You got to stick together, and we preach every game. If you shoot the ball well, and now you don't have to go crazy and shoot a high percentage, but if you shoot above 40%, you rebound the ball. You're plus in rebounds, and you take care of the ball and force them to be plus in turnovers, then we like our chances. Those are the things we're in control. That's what you got to focus on, and then plain and simple, you go out, you do your job, for 32 minutes, and we've learned this in the past. Sometimes it's enough, sometimes it's not. But if you go out and you do your job and you do it for 32 minutes, that's all we can ask.
There he is, longtime head coach of the Winter Lady Warriors, Larry Anker, here on the pregame show, talking about what it takes for his team to get the upset over the Vermillion Tanagers, coming in as the 13th seed. During that interview, the gym got extremely loud. It is even more packed, and this is what we expected tonight here in this contest, is a packed gym. But both teams have hit the hardwood. They are going through their final 15 minutes of warm-up before tip-off is coming up here at 6:30. It's a quick 1-minute timeout. When we come back, it's the other head coach, the home court coach, if you will, tonight. The girls wearing all white. Vermillion Tanagers head coach John Brooks is on the way next here on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Shirley's Diner is located at 142 East 2nd Street in Winters, South Dakota. Come meet Martha 1 and Martha 2 and their friendly, courteous staff. Shirley's Diner is open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Breakfast is served all day, and check out the Shirley's Diner Facebook page for all their daily lunch specials. All meals are made fresh and homemade every day. If you can't make it to the diner, they'll deliver. Just call 605-842-3903. Shirley's Diner serves customers from near and far and are a proud supporter of all school activities on Sports Ticket Live. It's easy to remember. There's nothing finer than Shirley's Diner.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Back here on the pregame show as we get you set for tip-off between the Vermillion Tanagers and the Winter Lady Warriors. It's time to get to our next coach's interview, as earlier today I sat down with the head coach of the Vermillion Tanagers, head coach John Brooks, to talk about the success of his team, 18-4, coming into this matchup. Of course, the Vermillion Tanagers, it was a year ago that they were eliminated in the second round of their region tournament, but now that monkey is off of their back, and all that separates them from making it to a state tournament for the first time since 2018 is the Winter Lady Warriors. So what does it take for his group to get past Winter tonight and make it back to a state tournament? Well, here he is on our pregame show. It's head coach of the Vermillion Tanagers, John Brooks. Coach Brooks, we get ready for the SoDak16, a huge matchup against the Winter Warriors. First, let's get back into this kind of past week, if you will. You defeat the Lennox Orioles a week ago in the region tournament. You find out also that night that you're going to be playing the Winter Warriors. What has this past week been like for the basketball team, for the coaching staff, in getting ready for this SoDak16 matchup?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting once you get to this point. You know, late in the year, you're so used to playing so many games and 2 to 3 games a week. And then, you have region time, we go Tuesday, Thursday. But then once you make the SoDak16, then you get a full week off. So we haven't played since last Thursday. So it's nice. We're playing a team like Winter that we don't know, that we've never played before. So obviously I had to get some film on them and see what their what they're doing and get that game plan put together, and then 3 good days of practice this week to get ready for them. So, the prep, both teams have plenty of time to prepare, and I know the girls are probably tired of practice and ready to get on the floor and go play this thing.
Well, it's going to be an exciting one against the Winter Warriors. Again, a matchup that, as you mentioned, have not seen. And even when looking at these two teams, how do you kind of scout and get ready for the Winter Warriors when even on paper or throughout the season, you guys didn't really play a lot of the same opponents? I think there might be 1, maybe 2 same opponents that you played all year. How is getting film, how is scouting on this team possible, and who do you reach out to, if you will, to make that scouting happen?
Yeah, a few common opponents. They played MVP in Parkston, and then they played Wagner first game of the year, so that one didn't really help us much. But, I think you got to look at stuff that they've been doing the last 2 to 3 weeks as well. Everybody gets a little different, and once you get closer to region play, teams maybe, whether they tighten up their rotation or really start to focus on the things that they want to do down the stretch. So, finding some of their region games or some games during the past few weeks that we've been able to get a hold of is really what we've been trying to do. But you play a team that you don't know a ton about. I think you can watch film all day long. And at some point, you just got to kind of focus back in on your own team and understand what you want to do as a team. So, you got to find that balance. But, I think our girls have done a nice job of getting ready for this game.
The mantra is defense wins championships, and something that the Winter Warriors really pride themselves on is their press that they bring and forcing teams into turnovers and capitalizing off of turnovers. Of course, that's something we have seen over the past few years with the Vermillion girls basketball team, especially with Janaea Cleveland running the point on press and what she's capable of doing and frustrating other teams. How big is the defense for both teams going to play a factor in tonight's matchup?
Absolutely. Both teams are very similar where they want to get out and press and create turnovers and transition buckets and that type of thing. So taking care of the ball is going to be huge for both teams tonight. And Winter's press is very good. There's no doubt about it. That's kind of what they've been known for, and that's what they really go to. So luckily for us, we played a lot of teams that have done the same thing. We kind of drew back our experiences from when we played against Sioux Falls Christian. We thought Sioux Falls Christian Winter's press looked very similar. So kind of going, looking at some of that stuff and how we attack that one is how we'll try to attack Winners tonight. And, once we take care of the basketball, then we got to make sure we're getting good looks because their 2-3 zone is very extended. They get in passing lanes. They create a lot of turnovers in just a half court. So passing is going to be is definitely a big emphasis for us tonight.
Offensively for the Winter Warriors, they don't have that player that's going to go off for, 15, 20 points that you really have to key on. Kind of like you see in other teams, like MVP, Emily Fox, right? We know Emily Fox is going to go out there and get 25 points. Who else is going to step up? Winter isn't that case. In fact, no one averages double-digit scoring-wise. So how do you focus on a team that's so well-balanced, kind of like your own?
Yeah, very similar to us offensive where all their kids could score it, and I think that makes them very difficult to guard. And they have a ton of kids. We did less personnel-wise against Winter and more just kind of scheme just because we told everybody, you got to guard everybody. I think Keel and Sakshan in the backcourt are definitely their two that they go to, and that are their best players. And, so we got to know where they're at. But it doesn't matter if it's their starters, if it's, the Watson girl, Burfus girl that come off the bench. They all score it. They all shoot it from 3, and then they got Craven inside, who's very physical and scores it well inside for them. So they're balanced offensively. So we got to be ready to guard them all over the place.
Well, talking about your team and being balanced, we've kind of seen several different players, including Brooke Jensen, had herself a really good game against Lennox there in that third quarter, really stepping up before Chandler Cleveland and just the Cleveland girls in general in that fourth quarter hitting some big threes down the stretch. Offensively, who do you really look at to step up for your team?
Yeah, I think we got 3 double figures with Taylor and Brooke and Chandler, and those 3 have kind of been the most consistent for us. And we'll need those girls to score it again, as like always. But I think Janae and Brooklyn are right around 10, and that balance is something we've talked about all year that we're going to continue to lean on. And we're not quite sure who's going to make the shot when, but we see that it seems like throughout this season, somebody's always been able to step up and do it. And, I like going in these games with 3 seniors in our starting lineup. And, we have a lot of experience, and we've put ourselves in big positions to play these types of games all season and get ready for this. And then we're really happy with our bench with Taylor and Casey coming in. So, I hope our balance offensively continues tonight.
Do you think the monkey's finally off your back as well? I mean, last year's team was extremely talented, finishing, as we know, 19-1 during the regular season. I think a lot of expectations were to make it to state, and then you lose, not even getting to the SoDak16. This year had that kind of same feel that this could be this region so tough to get out of and what could present itself down the way. But in the end, you're able to get out of the region, now playing for the SoDak16. Yes, you're the higher seed. Yes, you're expected to win this game. But is there a little bit more of kind of feeling comfortable going into it, knowing the talent that you have, and all you have to do is go out there and take care of business?
You know, I think anytime you get to this point, there's always going to be those natural nerves. But I think the last game, like we talked about it with the girls, and they even admitted to us coaches, is the last game was one they were the most nervous for, just because of what happened to us last year. And, you know, is kind of always in the back of my mind. And you could see we were pretty tight there in the first half against Lennox. And but I think once you get to this point, you're playing a team that you don't really know. It's not a rival game. So I think those things kind of ease the pressure. And, you know, we told them at this point, you just got to let it loose and go play. And I think our girls are going to settle into this game hopefully much quicker than we did against Lennox. And hopefully we can score more consistently right from the start.
One thing that has been kind of a lot of talk around this game as well, Coach, is the gym itself. It's a Class B gym. Its capacity of 1,500 is what's been said. And we know both teams, of course, Vermillion's expected to make it to state. Winter historically has been good in all athletics. It doesn't matter. The fans always buy into it. It's going to be a packed house. Do you do anything in practice to simulate the noise that's going to be like playing in this SoDak16 matchup?
Well, you know, we got that good experience in the SoDak16, in the region against Lennox, where our girls could not hear us. Our gym was very loud, so that's something that we went through. And you know, ball goes out of bounds, or we're on the free throw line, about huddling up, looking to the coaching staff, getting our signals in, so we have everybody organized and know what's going on. So I think it's gonna be a great atmosphere. And, you know, I like playing in these small gyms. Sometimes they pack it in. It's loud. It's kind of what high school sports is all about. You got two great fan bases. Vermillion and Winter are both going to travel very well. So I think it's going to be a very exciting night.
Do you say anything special to the girls going into this matchup? Or is this kind of just going back to where we were even a couple of years ago against St. Thomas More? We were the underdog in that one, and we gave it a chance to eventually the champions, St. Thomas More. Any special speech from Coach Brooks, or is it just, hey, we know who we are, let's go out and play Tanager basketball?
Yeah, you know, it always starts with competing, and that's something that we talk about right from the start, is you got to be the most competitive person on the floor. And if you compete and defend and rebound, everything else usually falls into place. And like we said, you should have some nerves. It's going to happen. But once you're up and down the floor a few times, you'll settle in, and it just turns into a basketball game from there. And then it's just all about our execution. So, you know, our girls have been in these big games, and I know that once the game gets going and the flow of the game kind of starts, we'll settle in just fine.
Well, it is that time. Everyone's looking at the clock, and we are almost at the time for tip-off. Vermillion versus Winter. We just got done hearing from head coach John Brooks. Let's meet the broadcast crew once again. Our producer this evening and helping us out every once in a while will be Cole Larsch. Of course, the longtime voice of the Winter Warriors, Betsy Watzel, is up here joining with us. I'm Heath Nimke. Have followed the Vermillion Tanagers over the past few years. It has all come down to this moment, the matchup of the SoDak16 between Vermillion and Winter. Betsy, any final thoughts before we go into this matchup?
It's go time. I'm ready. This is going to be fun.
Well, I know this is going to be an exciting one. We talked about a packed gym. It has lived up to the hype. You look across from where we're at in the broadcast booth. It is a mix of red, black, and white. Here on the Winter side, it is a mix of purple, black, and a little bit of, well, just neutral colors. Some gray in there, I feel like, as well. But it is set to be crowded and loud throughout the evening. Both teams are lined up. We're just getting through our final introductions. Cole Larsch, any final comments from you, buddy?
Here's my final comment. Boogity, 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 let's play basketball. Come on now, I'm ready to roll.
Well, here we go. Again, this matchup, Winter comes in 16-4 overall. They grab the 13 seed in the SoDak16 matchup. On the opposite side of Vermillion Tanagers, 18-4 overall. They got here by getting 2 wins within their region. Both teams did that. Vermillion, a little bit tougher competition in the region, at least in the second game, whereas Winter was able to coast through their regions, and now it's time for them to get back to a state tournament for the first time since 2021. All right, let's turn it over to Betsy. Betsy, let's introduce the starting five. What does winner look like for this evening?
The Winter Lady Warriors are going to start regular starting lineup that we've seen all season. Number 0 will be Keely Kyle. She's the 5'8" junior guard. Number 1 will be Kylie Sokshin, the 5'8" sophomore guard. Number 2, Addison Pravacek, the 5'5" junior guard. Number 5, Carly Brozik, the 5'9" senior forward. And the center is number 14, Ava Craven, the 5'11" junior. We will see 5 to 6 girls coming off the bench for the Lady Warriors.
By the way, head coach for the Winter Warriors is Larry Aker, along with assistant coach is Bailey Meadows for the Warriors. Again, Winter comes in 16-4 overall. That is not a mistype for anyone that's a little confused out there. Winter did not play 2 games this season. Of course, they have to reach a certain requirement to get into postseason, but they did play all their games they needed to. They are 16-4 overall, counting those 2 region games. For the Vermillion Tanagers, as we mentioned, 18-4 overall, the 4 seed. Their starting 5 is the same starting 5 that we have seen all season long. It includes number 11, Taylor Louvers, the 8th grade 5'3" guard. Behind her is number 21, Brooklyn Voss, the 5'11" senior guard. The 2 twins, number 22, Janaea Cleveland, the 5'8" senior guard. Number 25, Chandler Cleveland, the 5'9" senior guard. Again, twin sisters there. And finally, number 33, Brooke Jensen, the 6'1" junior guard. Head coach of the Vermillion Tanagers is John Brooks, along with longtime assistant coaches and good buddies, Doug Hansen and also Carrie Jensen, and a winning coach himself, Kelly Knutson, has taken his spot on the Tanager bench over the past couple of seasons. They have just introduced their Winter Warriors. They're about to introduce the Vermillion Tanagers here in Menno, South Dakota. Betsy?
Heath, it's loud.
It's extremely loud.
It is loud in this building.
Now, it's not going to be extremely loud for the entire evening with that loudspeaker. As you can hear us, we are pointed right at the loudspeaker. Just give you a little taste what's going on behind the broadcast booth. We are, again, speaker directed right at us. Again, introducing the Vermillion Tanagers. Betsy, for anyone who just tuning into the pregame show, if they missed it earlier, we broke down this matchup. We have to say it's going to be all about defense when it comes to these 2 teams.
Absolutely, and if the Lady Warriors, again, I'm going to say it again, if they can keep this game close, I think it favors them. But if this Vermillion Tanager team gets up double digits, the Lady Warriors could be in trouble. They're not built to come from big deficits.
Both teams have brought a lot of energy, not just with the crowd, but with their bench. Vermillion and Winter having their final thoughts before our national anthem. By the way, our officials for this evening's contest include Chad Gordon, Jeremy Fistro, and Carrie Schoenfish for the officials tonight. We'll also keep you up to date on all the other games going on across the state of South Dakota here in Class A, as there's 8 games going on for this evening. But right now, we're going to pause for the playing of our national anthem right here on Live Ticket TV.
High School Principal Nadia Mutter. Please stand and face the flag and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans in out of uniform, military personnel may salute the flag.
Oh, say can All right, let's do it again. Technical difficulties. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts
32 minutes is all that separates these two teams. One will be one of 8 that makes it into a state tournament. One will come oh so close to making it to a state tournament, but fall one game short. It's been since 2021 since the winter Lady Warriors were last there. It's been since 2018 since Vermillion was last there. Quick final note for you, the Tanagers and the white uniforms, because they represent home being the higher seed. All white uniforms, numbers and letters that are in red, outlined by black. The Winter Warriors in their away uniforms, all purple, numbers and letters that are in gold. Here we go. It is time for the SoDak16 matchup between the Vermillion Tanagers and the Winter Lady Warriors. It's Kevin and Voss that meet at the center tap. We sit on the side of the Winter Warriors as their crowd gets into it quickly, and all of a sudden it's a quick turnover as they couldn't even get it inside the perimeter as Vermillion forces the turnover. It's Rivers who controls it in the front court. Using her left-handed dribble, hands it off to Janaea Cleveland. Vermillion kind of getting set things up offensively. How is Winter going to play it? Down to Chandler Cleveland, trying to force it inside, and a turnover.
And then the Lady Warriors turn it right back over there as SoDak16 just couldn't get control.
Betsy already 30 seconds in, and it looks like the Warriors might be a little rattled.
I think they are. And, they're pretty young, and just... They haven't been in a SoDak16 game, a lot of these girls, and you can tell there's a little nerves out there.
Voss pump fakes to Rivers. They work it from perimeter to perimeter, side to side. Rivers inside. They want to go to Brooke Jensen. Maybe some contact underneath. There's a late call there by the official. And it's going to be 2 free throws upcoming from Brooke Jensen. The officials call it tight here already. The first, 45 seconds and less. And Brooke Jensen will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Her first one is up and off the mark. By the way, SoDak16 was the one who picked up the foul.
And that's been kind of an issue for Kylie this year. If she picks up an early foul, she's a lot of times picks up another one. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Vermillion shoots 58% from the free throw line, and we see it there. They start the game 0 of 2, so we're still scoreless. Quickly transition the opposite way. Score, Pravacek. The first 2 points of the ball game. It's 2-0, 7:03 first quarter. Voss triple team, kick back out to Jensen. Now go over to Voss. Voss, the right-handed dribble, right on the wing, kicks it back to Cleveland. Wants to go over to her twin sister, Janaea. Janaea has it. Trying to get some space, back out to Voss. Voss pump fakes one way, then has to pick up her dribble. Back to Janaea. Janaea to Rivers. Rivers kicks out wide open Brooke Jensen. Three-pointer misses everything. It didn't hit the rim. It's a shot clock violation, and it gives it to the Winter Warriors.
That's a big turnover there for Vermillion. Winter made them run that shot clock all the way down.
Well, Betsy, so far this Winter crowd has been extremely loud. Can they maintain it?
Well, I don't want to say there's a lot of loudmouths, but they're having fun over there.
Pass the corner, quick three, good! Pravacek, the first 5 points for the Winter Lady Warriors, and Winter leads it quickly. First 2 minutes in this basketball game. Rivers in the backcourt, and quickly we're going to see this hockey line change that Winter likes to run. We're about to see 3 girls into the game, and a quick turnover. Quickly the opposite way.
And SoDak16 can run.
SoDak16 high off the glass, misses, but a whistle is called. It's going to be a defensive foul against Rivers. Rivers will pick up her first personal. It'll be 2 free throws upcoming for Kylie. Colarge there on the replay. So 2 free throws for Kylie and the Winter Warriors to open this one up early. And the first free throw is off. And again, now we see 3 different Warriors check in the ball game. We're going to see Moss, Watson, and I missed the other one.
Barfus.
Barfus. Thank you, Betsy.
Number 22. Yeah, Kylie only a 59% free throw shooter.
And
This is both.
She proved it there. So both teams, by the way, now 0 of 4 combined from the free throw line. Vermillion cherry picking opposite way. Chandler Cleveland easily scores. So first points for the Vermillion Tanagers and transition. And now the high press by Vermillion, but Winter breaks it. Pass by the commit to play at Briar Cliff. Voss and a travel.
And Moss just couldn't get the handle, then drug the feet.
Well, I was going to say, it all gets started there by a bad pass that Voss tipped it, and from there, the play was all shaky. Reverse, never over and back because she did not establish herself in the front court. I heard fans jump up immediately for that. And now, we're going to get a little touch and go, and a foul called against the Warriors. So they pick up now their second team foul.
That'll be on Cece Watson, the senior for the Lady Warriors.
Picking up her first, again, player coming off the bench. 5-2, 5:21, first quarter, 3-point lead for the winner, Lady Warriors. Brooke Jensen wide open, will take the jumper. Another air ball. It's her second air ball of the ball game.
Moss a little out of control coming up the court.
Straightaway three, this one up, and it's high. Off the mark, rebounded by Voss. Did not hit the shot clock either, which is why it was not counted as a dead ball there. Back out to Jensen, she's gonna get hit. Did not take the shot though, so no foul call. If she would've went up, there would've been 3 free throws. Ruvers, she'll take the 18-footer, this one off the mark. Offensive board though, Jensen goes back up, she misses. Janaea Cleveland can't make it. Chandler will take the opportunity. Finally enough hands, and a foul is called.
Lady Warriors got to do a better job of boxing out, try to get that defensive rebound.
A lot of hands there in the cookie jar, and now John Brooks is elated at Brooke Jensen, saying either you calm down or you're going to come out of the game. Chandler Cleveland shoots the first free throw. Vermillion begins 0 of 3. And for Vermillion fans back at home, this one has a lot of the same feel that we saw a week ago against the Lenox Orioles.
Number 3, Lila Ballsinger, another senior for the Lady Warriors, checks in for the first time.
Thank you, Betsy. Chandler Cleveland hits the second free throw. She's got all 3 points now for the Vermillion Tanagers. 5-3, 4:37 first quarter. The press once again in the backcourt, but the Warriors trying to break it. Able to do so. This Ballsinger, who just checked on, has it for the Warriors. Kick it to the top of the key. Trying to make some space in the lane. Slip. And Janaea Cleveland was able to steal it away. Quickly, Jensen the opposite way. Pass over to Janaea. No look to Voss. She'll shoot the 3. This one high off the rim and rebounded by Sachin.
Great job by Kylie there to get that defense. Oh, rebound, then she throws it away.
And now a reach-in foul.
That's going to be on Watson. That's going to be her second.
Betsy, for winner, you got to slow down.
Yeah, you do. You do. Right now, they're just out of control, a little nervous. We're going to see Brozic, Kyle, Pravacek, and Craven, 4 of the starters back in. Ballsinger also out there for a winner. Yeah, they're out of control right now.
And for Coach Aker, that's also about kind of finding who's going to gel together tonight. Who's the ladies that he can rely on. So brings in a majority of the starters once again. Casey Hansen recently checked in again. She tore her ACL this past summer, joined the Tanagers halfway through the season, and she has certainly been a spark off the bench.
Great job by Ballsinger there to step in front of that. That's what Lila does. Not going to score you a lot of points, but she'll create a lot of turnovers.
Quickly the opposite way. Kyle has it, then another turnover. Both teams have found no rhythm here in this ball game. Pass up to Brooke Jensen. 3-pointer for Casey Hansen. Meadow State Bank is still open, it looks like.
I was just thinking that, too. The bank is open.
Casey Hansen off the bench hits the first 3-pointer, cherry picking the opposite way. Oh my goodness, just have to hold on to it for Craven and lets it popcorn slip through her fingertips. 2-on-1 the opposite way. It's Brooke Jensen wide open. And one opportunity. The student section bumping and jiving into each other. And just when Winter had all the momentum, it's a 6-0 run, 8-0 run, potentially 9-0 run for the Tanagers to open up this scoring for their ball game. And Coach Aker needs a timeout.
30 seconds.
We'll step aside. We're back in 30 seconds here on Live Ticket TV.
Elevate Agronomics is now added to Cal Basgro to our seed lineup. Along with brands like LG Seeds, Dakota, and Westbred, we can find the best hybrid to fit your farm. When it comes to your chemicals, we can finance many of your chemical needs for 1.9% while still offering full cash discounts. Elevate is also your precision planting dealer, with a meter stand and an expert on staff to help get your row units and planting equipment ready for this upcoming season. Give us a call or check us out at elevateagronomics.com. Elevate Agronomics. Reach new heights.
There's a lot of uncertainties in farming.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Back here in Meadows, South Dakota, it is the matchup of the SoDak16. 8-5, Vermillion all of a sudden has opened up the scoring against the Warriors. Free throw is off the mark. Wow, Vermillion is now 1 of 5 from the free throw line here in the ball game. Maybe one of the reasons that Winter's staying in this. Otherwise, if Vermillion just shoots 100, if you will, it's a lot different of a score. Try to force something inside, and it's turned over once again. I believe, Cole, that's what, 8 turnovers now for the Winter Warriors?
9 combined for the game, I believe. 6 and 3 is how they split for Winter.
Wow.
The Winter's got to settle down. Passes are not crisp, too high, and a lot of nerves out there.
Brooke Jensen tries to force something up, kind of like hockey, just going straight to the net and make something happen, and was unable to hit her shot. She had a couple players open on the perimeter and did not make the pass. Opposite way, Warriors trying to find something inside. That's what they want to do, want to go inside. It's just Vermillion's zone defense here at the moment that is causing so many troubles.
There it is inside, Craven.
And Craven can't hit it. Cole Larsh, what kind of defense are we seeing for the Vermillion Tanagers?
Yeah, Vermillion right now sitting back in their patented 1-3-1, trying to deny all inside action.
Chandler Cleveland. She had 19 against Lennox. She's already up to 5. 10-5. Vermillion, Betsy, don't look now, is on a 10-0 run.
Yeah, Lady Warriors just settle down right now. A lot better moving the ball. Here's Brozick. Shot rattles in.
And it's Brozick who gets her first 2 points and finally ends the bleeding. And Ruvers juked one out of her shoes. Barda now has it. Barda tries to force a pass. Ruvers is going to come up with it. And they're going to call a foul on it. You hate to see that one called on Pravacek. Will be her first, but more specifically, it's bonus time.
Yeah, that's already 5 team fouls on the Lady Warriors. Vermillion with only 1.
And I have to give a lot of credit to the Winter student section. They bring out my favorite chant. I will not repeat it. You can probably guess what it was. First free throw, if you couldn't hear it, is good. If there's one girl that Vermillion wants to have it in any clutch moment, it's Ruvers. She's the trusty one from the free throw line.
And only an 8th grader.
And only an 8th grader.
Man.
Of course, her mom played at the University of South Dakota as well. Second free throw is good. It's her first 2 points of the ball game. And Vermillion on a 12-2 run, lead it by 5, 1:15 first quarter. Finally in the front court, almost lost the handle. The officials, they're right there on top of it saying, yes, that's correct, turnover.
Now, Coach Aker not real happy. He's saying, come on, girls, just play your game, slow it down.
Got to slow it down and feed off this crowd as well, Betsy. It's extremely loud in here for both teams. But now Vermillion student section's really starting to get it now as they have a 5-point lead.
And Carly Brozick just picked up her second foul, the clothesline foul.
And it was Ruvers who, again, went into it, maybe sold it a little bit with the head contact, making sure she really did the little head bob there, up and down. As you mentioned, Brozick picks up her second, so now 2 different Lady Warriors in foul trouble. Brozick, along with Watson. Now Brozick is a starter, so that's a little bit more crucial.
And Brozick's going to be replaced by number 22, Lily Barfus, for the Lady Warriors. Lily, the sophomore.
And we did hear from Dad earlier he couldn't stick around us because of how this one's going to go.
And a pushing foul going to be called on the Tanagers.
So Tanagers pick up their second team foul. They'll be the first against Chandler Cleveland.
They must have that all backwards up on the scoreboard because I've been trying to judge my fouls off of that. And right now they got 18 combined fouls, I think.
Inside, and this one scored that time.
Great move by Barfus stepping up. She's really stepped up the last couple weeks for the Lady Warriors coming off the bench.
First bench points for the Warriors as well, trailing by 4, 13-9. Janea outside the perimeter, goes to Ruvers, trying to make her way inside. And turnover there. Nice job inside by Moss to force the turnover. close down the space of Rivers, and then a reach-in foul that will go against Janaea Cleveland, picking up her first personal and the third team foul. 13-9, 28 seconds remain in the first quarter.
Quickly, Heath, something I've noticed, and I think that's got the Lady Warriors a little razzled. When they beat that press, there's some tall girls down there. As Craven nails the three.
Craven, her first three-pointer of the ball game, second three for the Winter Lady Warriors. They draw it within one. Voss the opposite way, in and out. Ball being tipped around, finally pulled down by Moss. Moss, the right-handed dribble, triple teamed, somehow to get out of it. With 2 seconds left, deep three, this one well off the mark. Last second shot, no good. And after quarter number one, it's the Vermillion Tanagers that lead it by one, in large part to a 10-0 run. And they lead it 13-12 as we head to quarter number two. We're on the way with our second quarter in just a moment here on Live Ticket TV.
At ranching today, but one thing is certain: Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain, Winter, and Mitchell are your crop and livestock insurance specialists. Statewide agents have a background in agriculture and work hard to provide growers and ranchers with risk management plans and insurance coverage that fits their business needs. From hail insurance, livestock revenue protection, to multi-peril crop and revenue insurance, Statewide will help you with the right decisions. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain, Winter, and Mitchell. Locally owned, your dependable partner in crop and livestock protection, and equal opportunity provider.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Whether you're in Winter, Vermillion, or anywhere across the state of South Dakota, or maybe across the United States, it's great to have you along here on Live Ticket TV. I'm Heath Nimke along with Betsy Watsel, Cole Larsh up here in the broadcast booth. Betsy, quickly, your takeaway from the first quarter.
Lady Warriors just have to, they need to settle down. They're ribbling into that press. That press, the Tanagers, some tall players out there. Winter's throwing a lot of passes into those arms. They just got to settle down, get the ball across court, and play their game.
We saw a lot of turnovers in that first quarter. A quick three, another air ball. Brooke Jensen has now had her third air ball. She's had more air balls in this game than we have seen from her points-wise.
And she's committed to
Augustana University.
Only a junior, correct?
That is correct. A lot of these girls will go on to play some type of collegiate sports. In fact, everyone on the hardwood right now for the Vermillion Tanagers is looking at some type of option or is committed. A foul against Chandler Cleveland as Brozick is the one who picks up the foul. Again, Carly picked up 2 fouls in that first quarter. And with that, Chandler Cleveland has now picked up her second personal.
Carly comes in shooting 40% from the free throw line this season. Hasn't shot a lot of free throws, but first one good.
Well, hey, it doesn't matter what you've been shooting. All that matters is what you're shooting now. 13-13. Second free throw, this one's in and out. Rebounded by Brooke Jensen. So we're tied. Again, this one has been more of a game of runs, if you will. Winner started on a 5-0 run. Vermillion answered on their own 10-0 run. And at one point, Vermillion had their largest lead of 7. But Winter has since cut into that, and we're tied right now, less than a minute into this second quarter. 13-13, it's in the backcourt. So far, Winter has done just fine breaking the press. Kyle drives all the way in, can't hit her shot, and then she knocks it out of bounds.
She rushed it. Kyle can outrun most people in this building. She just needed to go and pulled up her shot a little bit early.
I want to hear the student sections get a new champ besides that way. They have put that one through the ringer already in this game. Jensen over to Voss. Voss pump fakes one way, back over to Jensen. Or supposedly another turnover.
For the record, I've lost count of turnovers over here.
Close it, time for a John Brooks timeout. Oh, quick turnover in the backcourt as the Cleveland Twins stole it away, but they can't capitalize on it.
Now Kyle just needs to go. She's hesitating. You just got to go. Can't wait. Kyle has too much speed to hesitate like that.
And Rivers is going to get knocked over. Pravacek is going to pick up her second personal. So now 3 different Lady Warriors have picked up 2 personal fouls. Both teams have picked up a foul here in this second quarter.
Cora Moss, the junior, checking it back in for the Lady Warriors. Coach Aker down there not agreeing with the call.
Yep, he wants to say, hey, what about throwing some elbows out here? He has his time to talk to the officials. Jensen has it, pull-up jumper, shoots it, misses another one. Offensive rebound, though, as Brooklyn Voss comes away with it. Janaea Cleveland to Roovers. Inside to Chandler Cleveland. Good look. Cleveland can't score, but she'll head to the free throw line. Good outlet pass there from Roovers.
And that's going to be on Ava Craven. I believe that is her first foul of the night for the Lady Warriors.
Craven, who's hit a three-pointer in that first quarter, has not scored yet in the second. 13-13. Vermillion, by the way, has not scored yet in the second quarter either. No commentator's curse there as Chandler Cleveland hits the first free throw. And we'll see this, what Cole Large and I have toted as the hockey line change. 3 different Lady Warriors come back into the ballgame. This was a system ran last year by the Vermillion Tanagers, not ran this year though, because of the bench that just wasn't there to 2 different ACL tears. And now the backcourt, Janaea Cleveland's gonna steal it away, but bodies on the hardwood. Jump ball call. Warriors can't believe it. Cole Large, that's just another day in the DAC-12, if you will. Or do you disagree? Maybe it should be something called.
Maybe DAC-12 football. I don't know about DAC-12 basketball on that one.
That was right. And credit Olivia Sweeland, number 23, the sophomore that just checked in for winter. That's what Olivia does. She is so aggressive. She'll take a tackle like that, but boy, the Winter fans wanted a foul.
And now a simple turnover as Craven lost it. So I've always said the mantra, let him play it out. I like to see that type of bump and grind, everyone fight for the basketball. What do you think, Betsy? Maybe a little too aggressive?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Reminds me of the Wagner-Bonholm ending the other night for the boys game. There was basically a tackle there that wasn't called, but they play on.
Three-pointer from Jensen, misses, wide open rebound by Voss. Betsy, someone's got to start boxing
Absolutely. Winter is just getting killed on the boards right now. Got to get in there, get your butt in somebody's gut, is what I was always told when I played basketball. Block them out of there.
You didn't play for the Warriors, did you?
Yes, I did. Winter High School graduate. 1988, I'll even tell it out there.
Never left?
Left for a while, came back.
Craven has it, top of the key for the Warriors. Makes her move to the left-hand dribble, up with the shot, misses. Oh, there was an opportunity. It does come with an offensive rebound, back up and just a missed shot there. Another offensive board. And this time, Craven, her second opportunity, she's able to connect.
That time the Lady Warriors boxed it out, getting the offensive rebounds and the points.
Chandler Cleveland out to Brooke Jensen. Vermillion leading it by 1, 16-15. Inside to Brooke Jensen. Out to Roovers. Roovers now drives, the little floater, good. We nickname her Mighty Mouse or Superwoman. You can call her whichever one you like. Now has 5 points in the ball game. It's a 3-point lead once again. Craven, the corner 3, shot blocked away. It will stay with the Winter Warriors.
Good job by Kyle not to go after that, let it went out of bounds. Barfus back in for the Lady Warriors.
Craven will come out, kind of with her head down just a little bit. She's been frustrated here in this ball game today. She's been tasked with the biggest girl against Vermillion, with Brooke Jensen playing defense on her. Reach-in foul from behind will be called against Janaea Cleveland, now picking up her second personal. So the Cleveland Twins have combined for 4.
And quick note on Ava Craven. You talk about Casey Hansen blowing her knee out, coming back. Ava had not played in 2 years because of knee injury.
Good job by the officials here.
Yeah, that is my alma mater. Otter. Otters are so cute. All right. Oh, I have a story. Remind me, I have a story about an otter. You bought us an otter? No. Dang it. All right, Arlington's got it here. Huntimer. Whoa, foul, holding. It's going against Arlington. Yeah. Against Vincent, I do believe, the way she's running on the court. Yeah. She's out of here. She was mad earlier. Bless you. Let's cough. I know. Okay. Some people just need blessed sometimes, but you're right. I do need blessed. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. All right. The Raiders bringing it up here. Working that post action, setting them
Getting some
screens.
screens.
Dimmer's got it.
She should have took that right away.
Back to her left. Oh, lost the handle on it. Hoaxing's got it again.
Ooh, good little ticket left.
And Akin, back out for 3.
Off. Oh,
just a
rebound,
left.
but
She
she
gets
gets
the whole board. Oh,
Go one more time.
another whole board by Dimmer. Gets her own rebound.
Hit that. Hit that.
Hoaxing. Ooh, okay. She shuffles her feet like that every time.
I know.
Westrom gets.
Oh, bank is open. The bank is open.
Westrom gets the bank.
She opened up the bank tonight.
Bank's 3. Yup.
Bank is open.
Easy money.
That's what's up.
All right.
That was
The
epic.
Raiders got it back within 9 here. See if they can get a stop. Huntimer wants one.
Oh,
just short. That was a heat check. That was probably not the greatest shot for them.
No.
Coach probably didn't like that. All right, but we got a wide open girl in the corner. Driving, spilled he is. Nice, fine. Stephenson, they want the 15-footer. Gets the layup to go. All right. Raiders bringing it up here again, Akin. Dude, she's got Kyrie's. I love that. Huntimer gets the weak little body there. Stephenson.
Back in.
Jolissa and Adeline. Back in the game for Arlington. All right, the Raiders got it here.
She's got 4 fouls, so she's got to be careful.
Yeah, but, I mean, you got to play, man. You can't just sit on the bench and do nothing.
I know.
All right, into Akin, but Stephenson's there on the backside. Doesn't matter. Yup.
She's my idol.
She is tough. She is just shoving them around, and they're not going to do nothing about it.
They can't do anything.
Huntimer,
about it.
beautiful drive. Nobody stepped in to help. All right.
These girls are so unbelievably good.
Everyone's going off right now.
Dude, if you knock into me one
So
more time, I'm
the
going to
defense
lose my
is going to have to
mind.
step it up a little bit. All right, Dimmer's got it up top, dribbling around. Looking for someone.
Oh, she's
Hoaxing's got it. Yep,
Oh
and
my-
Akin again.
Oh,
No,
foul.
yeah, that was a foul.
Yo-ho.
Good call by the ref. That is a foul on Johnson. Maybe, it looks like she tweaked her ankle, maybe. I'm going to guess. That's Johnson's second foul. Arlington's coach, she's not here for it. She doesn't want her to be hurt. But there she goes. All right, I see you. The trainer's coming in clutch.
She has a cramp.
Oh, does she? You think?
Well,
I don't know. Let the trainer step in. That's what I think. She knows what she's doing.
She has cramp. She's rubbing her calf.
She knows what she's doing. Let her step in.
No, I think the coach knows because it looks like she's done this a time or two, and I think it's a fake injury.
Oh, you think?
Yep. How do you just get up from a cramp like that, bro? I would have been waddling all over the floor.
Well, not everyone is dramatic as you. So.
Okay, I've never had a cramp in my life, though, by the way.
Really?
Fun fact of the day.
Then how can you say anything on the matter?
Well, because I am a dramatic person, so I would have been waddling all over.
I get cramps all the time, you know?
I have never once gotten a cramp from a
in
sport.
my foot, in my...
Like, I've given myself a Charlie horse by, like, flexing my calves too hard, but, like, that's the only way I've gotten a cramp.
I've gotten... During the fall, I was like...
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings, and education.
Seen a lot of slipping and sliding down there on the floor, Heath. I don't know if it's shoes or if it's the floor.
I don't know, because there was a lot of fans on the hardwood earlier, too.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe some street dust.
Yep. Inbound. As they get it in, high shot missed. It's going to be rebounded by Brooke Jensen as Craven just couldn't connect right underneath the hoop. And now,
timeout.
A timeout called by head coach John Brooks. We'll step aside. We're back in 30 seconds here on Live Ticket TV.
Spent years dreaming up your business plan, saving every dollar, searching for the right location, and perfecting your product. Auto Owners insures your small business, because it isn't small to you.
Only 36 more to go.
That's simple human sense.
Ask Miller and Associates in Platte, South Dakota, if auto owners make sense for you.
Mead Lumber is... Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Want to apologize to all of our Vermillion fans out there. A little bit of output issues from earlier this season have caught up with us, and that's the reason why everything clicked away. But let fans know we're back here on Live Ticket TV. 21-15 is the current score. 2:37 remaining in this first half. Vermillion with a 6-point lead over the Winter Warriors. It has been a slugfest here in this first half. A lot of turnovers. Voss underneath misses. Offensive rebound herself and goes right back up and scores. Brooklyn Voss now has 4 points in the ball game.
And again, Winter getting beat on the boards, but a foul here on this end.
Betsy, by the way, for everyone who missed it, a lot of fouls have been called in this game as well.
Yeah, with Cleveland on the bench for Vermillion with 3. SoDak16 on the bench for Winter with 3.
Again, we also want to give a huge shout out here up in the broadcast booth with Cole Larsh getting there on the phone there. Cole, appreciate for all the Vermillion fans. Again, Winter fans don't notice anything. All they're concerned about is everything went on normal.
Well, Winter fans might be noticing that the scroll bar is stuck. We know that. We don't know what's going on. We'll just have to live with it tonight.
Back into action here. Kyle misses both of her free throws, but it went out of bounds. Last touch by Vermillion, so it will stay with Winter, trailing by 8. This is also the biggest deficit they have faced.
And Winter only a 39% free throw shooting team on the season, and it's showing right now.
Inbound was deflected. It turned over. Chandler Cleveland open, misses, but she's headed to the free throw line again.
As Cece Watson has just picked up her 3rd foul. And again, I've said it, Winter has got to keep this 10 or under going into halftime.
Wearing my Cleveland shirt tonight?
You are. The blackout for the Winter Warriors tonight.
Yeah, I say I'm wearing matching Winter colors up here, but my shirt does say the Cleveland Crew. One looking at going and playing soccer at the collegiate level, the other softball.
And Winter's lucky that Vermillion not shooting well from the charity stripe tonight either, Heath.
Yes, it has been extremely tough for Vermillion from the free throw line, and they give back the Christmas present that Kyle missed 0 for 2. Chandler Cleveland goes 0 for 2, but a quick turnover as Ballsinger couldn't hold on to it. It goes out of bounds.
I gotta say, credit on those missed free throws to one of the greatest student section cheers I've ever seen. They started doing the Skol chant. Absolutely, I love it.
You're not a Vikings fan, are you?
Heath, we've been over this 100 times.
We know I'm not.
We know he's not either.
I know.
Nope, Betsy and I's teams play each other. Cole, we don't see your team at all during the postseason.
Oh, good tip out there.
Roovers up with the floater, misses, crashing, and this one's going to go out of bounds. They say last touch by Ballsinger, so we'll give it back to Vermillion, as it was Ballsinger and Barta that were fighting for it underneath the hoop. 23-15, 1:41 second quarter. Quick inbound, Voss wide open and scores. Voss, all 6 of her points, right from 3 feet out. And now turns it over. Who's she go to? Still Voss. The 2-on-2 attack, scores. Brooklyn Voss, 8 points. And Coach Aker, all of a sudden, sees his team falling behind quickly. 27-15. 86 seconds remain before halftime. We're back in 30 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
100% employee owned. Mead Lumber is your source for building materials. Whether your plans are for new construction or updating your existing home or barn, Mead Lumber provides the know-how and the materials you need. Lumber, steel, roofing, siding, drywall, windows, doors, and so much more. Start to finish, Mead Lumber has what you need and want for your project. Mead Lumber is your hometown lumber yard. Stop in and see what Mead can do for you. 102 North Main Street in Winter.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Capitalize on turnovers, capitalize on turnovers, capitalize on turnovers. It's that simple. The question is, can you do it? And we have seen Vermillion in the last 2.5 minutes force Winter into turnovers, and they have capitalized on
Trace Meyer, your
At the end of quarter number 1, it was 13-12. And all of a sudden, before we go into the halftime break, Vermillion is up by 12, 27-15 with 86 seconds. And for Betsy, the bleeding's not done. Vermillion can make this a whole lot worse if you're a Warriors fan.
Absolutely, and I've said it since we knew this matchup. I said Winter can't go into that third quarter down 12-15. And right now, 12 to 15 points down. Right now, they got to get a bucket.
Kyle has in the front court at the volleyball line where they play. Make the pass with the ball singer. Want to go underneath. Not for sure who she was trying to go to. It went right to the hands of the commit to Briar Cliff to play volleyball, Brooklyn Voss. Barta to Jensen. Wide open, it was Casey Hansen. To Roovers. To Barta. Now to Jensen at the elbow. She'll shoot the jumper. Basketball loose. Vermillion gets it back offensively. And Betsy, it's just another offensive board. Three-pointer, another air ball for Brooke Jensen. Her fourth of the game.
Winter lucky not to give up points there. 40 seconds to go in the half.
Again, Brooke Jensen, the commit to Augustana University, has 4 air balls in the game and 2 points. It's in the corner. Down underneath to Kyle as they get it. Pass stolen away by Barta. Roovers gets by 3 defenders for Winter. Attacking. And now a reach and foul. Whistle. Whistle. No bucket. 2 free throws upcoming because both teams are in bonus. But Barfus is going to pick up the foul.
And that's her first. Both teams, a lot of hands on the hips down there, Heath. It's been an up and down, fast-paced game.
First free throw is good for Roovers. That does favor, by the way, the Lady Warriors, just because of how deep they go into their bench. For Vermillion, they only go 2 deep into their bench, and both bench players are currently out there. Roovers hits them both. Now has 10 in the ball game. She's the leading scorer for all teams. Both teams, I should say. And Casey Hansen, a bad foul, 50 feet away from the hoop.
From behind, too.
I'm not an expert or anything, and this may sound mean, but you'd think at this point in the game when we've committed, a combined about 20 fouls between the two teams, they'd learn that they're calling it pretty tight and maybe back off a little bit. Again, I'm no expert.
You're right. Ballsinger at the free throw line for Winter. Good.
Makes her first point of the basketball game off the bench. In fact, the Lady Warriors, this is not a good stat either, Betsy. Off the bench so far, only 3 points.
And Winter does not get a lot of points from the bench. They go deep, but not a lot of points.
Betsy, I don't think they get a lot of points just in general when you talk about no one averages double figures.
Right, correct.
But it's another foul committed by the Vermillion Tanagers and more free throws upcoming. They'll go against Brooke Jensen, picking up her second personal.
Cora Moss at the free throw line, only a 32% free throw shooter.
Betsy, I think Winter fans want you to stop telling us what they're shooting from the free throw line. Usually that's something I do and I get yelled at. You're the Warrior fan here. You don't need to say those things,
okay,
Betsy.
I'm gonna stop.
It's okay, Betsy. Second free throw.
That one's good.
It's good. She shoots 50% in this game. How about that?
10 seconds left in the half.
Gives it back to Roovers. She looks at the clock. She's going to make her move. Still Roovers to Casey Hansen. The sharpshooter shoots the 3 off the front of the iron. Rebounded. There'll be no last-second shot. After it was a 1-point game after quarter number 1. It's a 12-point game at halftime. 13-12, Vermillion led it after 1. It's now 29-17. Winter only scores 5 points in that second quarter. We'll step aside. We'll have our first half scoring. Also look at scores from across the state of South Dakota. The SoDak16 is going on, including one team that has already punched their ticket in. That's a team from Region 4A and a DAC 12 opponent, if you will. All that is coming up at halftime here on Live Ticket TV.
Might be time for you to strongly consider leasing bulls from Jorgensen Land and Cattle. Here's Cody.
We'll get the bull to your place. Generally, we'll be able to get the bull picked up when you're done with them. So there's no reason for you to have a bull around your place for 9-10 months of the year that you don't need him. He's just costing you money. He's eating feed. He's tearing up your corral. So there's just no reason for it. It's become very popular just in the fact that it's convenient for people.
Call 1-800-548-BULL.
For over 130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a re-carpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start-stop technology, you'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierce, South Dakota.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Stop by your hometown grocer, County Fair, now in Winter and Platte. Same friendly faces with a brand new name. County Fair is a 4th-generation family-owned business based in South Dakota. They offer friendly service and the freshest food at great prices. County Fair carries premium certified Angus beef, locally grown produce, and much more. Shop County Fair in Winter and Platte, the friendliest store in town.
Winter Dental, located at 911 Golden Prairie Drive, is proud to provide Winter and the surrounding area with high-quality, high-tech, patient-centered dentistry. Dr. Brad and the entire staff, including hygienists Michaela Smith and Sierra Hansen, are honored to have the opportunity to serve the good people of Winter and the surrounding area with gentle, compassionate, and high-quality dental services. For information on all the services they can provide you or to make an appointment, please call 605-842-1793. or go to winterdentalclinic.com.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
In Meadow, South Dakota, home of the Meadow Wolves, it's the matchup of the SoDak16 between the 4 seed Vermillion Tanagers and the 13 seed, the Winter Lady Warriors, along with our producer of the evening, and also chiming in throughout the broadcast, Cole Larsch, our color woman as well, Betsy Watzel. I'm Heath Nimke. Halftime 29-17 after quarter number 1 saw a back and forth affair. Vermillion had a 1-point lead. Vermillion was able to force the Warriors into turnovers and capitalize from there, and they have this 12-point lead right now at halftime. There's other games going on in the SoDak16, but before we get to all that conversation, let's get over to Cole Larsch, who has our first half statistics. Cole, break it down for us. Both teams have had a lot of turnovers. What are the numbers looking at right now at halftime?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. That's been exactly mainly what this game has been so far, is a lot of turnovers. So you're going to see a lot of steals. You're not going to see very many rebounds, except for offensive rebounds for Vermillion. Let's just get right into it. First, the stats for the Winter Lady Warriors. They score 17 points in that first half. Pravacek had 5 and a rebound. They're tied for the leading scorer with 5 points. Sakshan had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Kyle had 2 steals. Balsiger had a point and a rebound, as well as a steal. Brozik with 3 points, a rebound, and a steal. Moss with a free throw, 3 rebounds, and a steal for her. Craven tied for leading scorer with 5 points. He also had 3 rebounds. Barfus with 2 points, and Sweeland with a steal. They scored 12 points in the first, just 5 in that second quarter for their total of 17 points. They shoot 3 for 10 from the free throw line in half number 1. Then on the other side, the home team, the Vermillion Tanagers, they scored 29 points in that first half. Leading scorer, Taylor Roovers, had 10 with 2 rebounds and 2 steals. Casey Hansen with a 3, 2 rebounds, and a steal for her. Barta had a steal. Brooklyn Voss, 8 points, all in that second quarter. 6 rebounds, with 4 of them being offensive, an assist and 2 steals. Janaea Cleveland got into a little bit of foul trouble, so we did not see her much in that second quarter, but she still has 3 steals in the ball game. Chandler Cleveland, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal for her. Brooke Jensen, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. Vermillion shoots 7 of 14 from the free throw line in half number 1. They score 13 in the first and 16 in the second quarter for their total of 29 points. Again, your halftime score, 29-17.
Thank you, Cole Larsh. As, again, we take a look at this first half statistics, I think there's a lot of different numbers that jump out to everyone up here in the broadcast booth. As we see Cole looking at a score right now. Cole, we'll get to those SoDak16 scores here in just a moment. I know you're excited for one of them. Betsy, though, what stands out to you more? Is it the turnovers by both teams, especially the Winter Warriors, that Vermillion was able to capitalize, or is it the foul trouble that both teams have gotten into here in this ball game?
I'd say the turnovers. I mean, yes, the fouls are there. You know, they're calling it close. Talking to some of the Winter fans, they're like, just let them play. You know, but yeah, the turnovers. I don't know how many turnovers between both teams. It was an ugly first half early for both teams, but the difference is Vermillion is cashing in on a lot of those turnovers. Winners had their opportunities. The ball's not going in the hoop. They're turning it over on their own end. They've just got to slow down, play their game, set up their offense. They're panicking, and we've seen this a lot from this Winter team. When they get down, they panic. Right now, they're down by 12. If Vermillion gets up by 20, the Winter's really going to be in trouble. They got to come out, establish their offense, try to get a few buckets to start the second half, and see if they can start out hot like they did the first quarter.
Betsy, have you ever heard the mantra, things happen in threes?
Yes, all the time.
You don't want to hear that tonight.
No.
Because if you go by the things that happen in threes, you will look at the DAC-12 conference. There are 3 DAC-12 teams that are playing the SoDak16. 2 of them already have made it into the state tournament. Sioux Falls Christian didn't waste any time with Miller and took it right to them, 62-22. That one's final already, or at least reported on SD Scores. And also T-Area beat Mobridge Pollock 62-37. Again, the other DAC-12 team, I guess there's technically 4, if you will, but I don't think anyone thinks Tri-Valley is going to knock off number 1 Sisseton. It's right now close in the first quarter, 12-6, but Vermillion, the other one, right now, again, leading here at halftime. Cole Larsh, what are our scores across the state of South Dakota when it comes to at least Class A?
Yeah, Class A scores, as you can see them on the bottom of your screen in the one score that seems to be working on our stream. The bottom one, the top left one, doesn't want to work. Like you said, T-Area defeats Mobridge Pollock 62-37. Sioux Falls Christian over Miller 62-22. Mount Vernon Plankton leads Aberdeen Roncalli 13-11. Second quarter just got started there. Flandreau leads Hill City 23-7. 5 minutes to go in the second. And Sisseton leads Tri-Valley 12-6 just before the end of the first quarter there. Those are your Class A scores. Wall and Arlington are in the state tournament for Class B as those games just finished up. All the other games just seem to be just getting started. One close one, though, end of the first quarter. Lyman over Kadoka area, just 10-8 in that ball game. Centerville 16, Tripp Delmont Armor 11 with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter there. So 4 games currently final, Heath, across the state of South Dakota.
Yep, 4 games so far.
Harding County taking it to Northwestern, 42-16 in the first half up there.
Betsy, what did Coach Akers say at halftime?
I'd have liked to have been a fly on the wall. Knowing, Larry, he just said, girls, you got to play your game. Settle down. Get back in your offense. Stop dribbling into the double teams. Rebound. And just try to get back to your game.
Cole, John Brooks.
I think his biggest deal is, 1, you got to quit fouling. 2, you got to quit turning the ball over, because if they quit doing just half of that in the first half, honestly, we're probably looking about a 30-point game here if they can keep down the turnovers, keep down the fouls.
And hitting the free throws.
Absolutely, and making the free throws or just making shots in general. Just kind of keep doing the same thing, try and limit fouls and try and limit turnovers.
Neither team shooting lights out from the free throw line, that's for sure.
And neither team comes out with smiles on their face as we enter into the second half. Only thing that's really going to change for us here on the broadcast is Vermillion will now attack the hoop on the left of your screen. Winner will go the opposite way, the right of your screen. We are underway. Both come out with their same starting 5. Ruvers, the Cleveland girls, Jensen, and Voss. Betsy, starting 5 for the Warriors.
Correct, yep. And Kyle, Brozik, Pravacek, Sakshin, and Craven out there. Good defense by Winter and jump ball.
Vermillion began with the basketball to start this third quarter, so it's Winter Warriors off the tie-up.
And that's a great stop by Winter coming out of the locker room.
Fouls.
Yeah, Pravacek started the game on that 5, got Winter on that 5-0 run.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. She was that spark offensively. We have not seen her since. Inside to Brozik, step back jumper is off the mark. Don't see much of a reaction from that.
And Carly's really, that's been her game. She's really picked that part of her game up, and right now they're just not going in for Winter.
And she also did foul there, so picking up now her 3rd personal.
And that's not good for Winter. They've got 3 girls with 3 fouls apiece.
A pass in the backcourt. They do say it was tipped. That's why we're not seeing it over and back for Vermillion. And then Jensen tried to force a pass once again, and it goes out of bounds right in front of Mom and Dad. And Dad just shaking the head. Good Lord.
Good job by Sakshin there to step up there, not to pick up a foul, block it out of bounds.
Looks like brother is here with some of his roommates and teammates from Mount Marty University. Jake plays there for the past couple of seasons now. Voss over to Ruvers to Cleveland.
5 on the shot clock.
Chandler goes up with the right hand and gets the friendly roll. Chandler Cleveland now with 8 points in the ballgame. She has scored in all 3 quarters as well, 31-17. Betsy, I don't want to ask you this question, but I'll play the devil's advocate. When is it too much?
Winter's got to get a buck. They got to keep this. They're down by 14. They got to get this under 10.
That's why they let him play it out, because Winter got it when maybe a jump ball should have been called. 3-pointer missed. Another opportunity, 3-pointer missed again. I was really hoping Winter would prove me right and say that's why we let him play out.
Sorry, Heath, another quick thing. The shots bouncing around, I don't know if you call them lucky shots, they're going in for Vermillion. Winter's got the looks, they're not going in.
And now Chandler Cleveland is going to travel, and he'll give it back to the Winter Warriors. But yeah, Betsy, you're right. 14 minutes is what separates Vermillion from a trip back to the state for the first time since 2018. And yes, 14 is something to come back from. It's not. We're not saying that it's too far of reach.
No.
But the way they played so far.
Correct. And Winter's not built to come back from deep, big deficits, and a basket here would be huge for the Lady Warriors.
And I'm not the one that's trying to play the end game right now for the Winter Warriors, but they need some help offensively. Underneath the hoop, it's another turnover. Winter has not scored yet in the quarter. Again, Vermillion's only scored 2 so far. Quickly up to Jensen. It's a 1-on-2. Gets by one defender and misses. Brooke Jensen has been quiet. Only 2 points for her in the ball game. 31-17.
Big rebound there for Watson for Winter. But now Winter, you've got to get a bucket here.
Again, the clock just rolling. Partially blocked shot by Voss there.
And that's not the shot that Winter should have took.
And we're going to get a whistle as we move to the front court. John Brooks, go.
Not happy.
Go. Frustrated John Brooks, and he's up by 14. What's the conversation right now during the timeout? We're back in 30 seconds here on Live Ticket TV.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Back here in Meadows, South Dakota, 31-17, 5:07 third quarter. Student sections going back and forth at one each other right now during the timeout break. Winter Warriors, Betsy, why all black?
That was their theme for tonight, blackout.
Why?
I don't know. Somebody came up with it.
We've had this conversation twice now, Heath. It's easy to do. Everybody owns a black shirt.
Yes.
Everyone owns a purple shirt in winter.
Well, they do, but
what's cool? What's cooler, a blackout or a purple out?
Yeah,
purple.
Exactly.
Purple.
No.
That's from a non-Viking fan as well.
A blackout's cooler from a Viking fan.
Black is more slimming, too. That's why I wore my black, too.
Roovers, the jumper inside. Roovers now at 12 points, something I guess that's why you have a woman's intake on it. Never would have thought of that one.
That's why my class went with black shirts this year for our class reunion. They were slimming.
Kyle has in the front court. She gets over to Moss, working down inside. Vermillion just putting hands up defense, and in the end, it works out with another missed shot for the Warriors.
And that's the trouble. Winners, they're not using the board. You get under like that, you got to use the board. That's your friend down there to help you get a basket. You can't just throw it up in the air.
Twin to twin, and shot was blocked. They say a foul.
Ooh.
Barfus can't believe it.
I can't either.
Pick up her second personal. And free throws upcoming for Chandler Cleveland.
She struggled tonight for the free throw line. No announcer's jinx on that one.
So I think you were trying for something there, Betsy. Didn't work out.
I was trying.
9 points. But once again, we're now at that point. Vermillion has doubled up the Warriors. And we're talking they need 17 in a matter of 12 and a half. And they've only scored 17 and 20. Second free throw is off the mark. Can Winner dig out of it?
They need to score. Almost half this quarter gone and no points yet for Winner.
And they only scored 5, by the way,
right.
in that second.
It was a good play. Moving to the hoop. Moss going hard there.
Casey Hansen picks up the foul. So yeah, you talk about that, Betsy. In the last 12 minutes for the Warriors of game time action, only 5 points they have scored.
And in the losses that Winners had this year, the 4 losses, that's the funk they have gotten into. Against Wagner, it didn't come until late in the game, and right now, free throws.
Yes.
You got to make them when you're down like this.
And both teams are struggling from downtown, but 3 of 11 are the Warriors right now. Second free throw, make it 3 of 12.
And that's the bounces that Winner's not getting either. They're ball on the rim, just not going in.
Roovers in the front court. Chandler will take the quick jumper, knocks it down. 11 points for her. 36-17. Roovers almost forces the turnover. Kyle is able to get it back for the Warriors. Moss trying to force something inside, kick back out. Ooh. And it's going to be a foul called. As Balsinger might have gotten a little lucky. It looked like she had lost the basketball. The foul called on Chandler Cleveland, now picking up her 3rd personal. Chandler's going, I didn't do anything. Well, clearly she did something to draw the attention of the official. Brozic has it. Brozic loses the handle. Gets it back out to Balsinger. She makes her move. Throws it right off the bottom of the hoop. Roovers will press into the front court. Make the pass over to Casey Hansen. Casey, who's been held quiet in this game. Out to Roovers, inside to Brooke Jensen. Jensen misses. Again, Brooke Jensen has only scored 2 points here in the ball game. She averages 13. So that's a bright side for Winner. You've held the leading scorer in check.
And Winners get a taste of their own medicine. They've held some teams this year in the second half to 2-4 points. That's it. Right now, Winners got no points in the second half.
Roovers quickly the opposite way. So go all the way, puts up the shot. They're going to call the foul before the shot.
If that's on Brozic, and it is, that's her 4th. So Carly going to have to come out. Watson and Sokshin checking back in here for Winner. Balsinger, Brozic sitting down.
Dad doesn't show much emotion.
No. Dad's not real happy, but you can tell.
Turnaround jumper for Voss is off the mark. No one there to rebound for the Vermillion Tanagers as Watson gets the easy board. Quickly opposite way. Great move that time by Kyle. Her first points of the ball game, and it's finally the first points for Winner as it comes at the 2:39 mark of this third quarter. Roofers deep through the opposite way, off the front of the iron, and it's going to be rebounded by Watson.
Great job, yeah, great job by Cece.
Break is on. An ugly shot, though, as Sasha just didn't make the right move. Cherry picking the opposite way, Boss easily scores. She's got 10 in the ball game. It's the third Tanager to reach double figures. And some of the fans are starting to rise to their feet. Jumper quickly opposite way. Pravacek gets her first points since she got the first 5 for Winner.
Yeah, and that shot taken by Sakshin resulted in the transition bucket. You can't take shots like that when you're down double digits.
Roovers over to Casey Hansen, back to Roovers. Roovers drives in, puts up the right hand, gets it to go. Roovers now with 14 points in the ball game. 40-21. It's a 19-point lead for the Vermillion Tanagers. The drive, a high shot.
Not a lot of contact there.
But they've called it consistently all night, and that's something you just can't argue about the officials.
And that's 3 on Hansen.
Hansen off the bench has only hit a 3-pointer so far. Of course, Mom sits alone in the stands, or at least with fans. As down below, Dad just chews gum nervously.
Winner 3 of 13 from the free throw line. You can't win a lot of ball games shooting that type of percentage.
No. Even half of them, Betsy.
And Sakshin is frustrated. And that's Kylie, only a sophomore. She gets frustrated easy. She's just going to keep her head up, and that's what Coach Akers saying.
He said, let's go. We're not done. We're not out of this. But having that kind of mindset, hanging your hat, being sad, being poor me, poor my, you're right, Betsy. You just can't have it.
Nope.
Roovers over to Barta. Back to Roovers. Roovers.
Good defense by Moss there.
Looked like she had lost it, won a travel, someone a foul, and in the end, they're going to call a foul against Moss.
Only her first.
It is the 4th tee, so next one will give bonus. Cole Larsh up here will say zip his mouth, as I think he would like that foul to go not against the Warriors, but instead a turnover. 3-pointer, though, in the end, doesn't matter. Casey Hansen might have just put the dagger in the Warriors. A quick turnover. And the student section chants maybe one of the only 3 chants they have, but it's called that way.
Yeah, they haven't had a lot of variety in chants, right?
They got 3. But sometimes you only need 3 dance moves, is what I was told by my ex-wife. Roovers. Pass over to Casey Hansen. To Chandler Cleveland. Barta. To Chandler, she'll shoot the 3. Bingo! Chandler Cleveland. 14 points. Back-to-back 3s by Vermillion. And it's ballooned to a 25-point lead for Vermillion. Inside, Craven scores.
That's a huge bucket for Winter. Got to play defense with 9 seconds, though.
8 seconds and ticking. Barta has it. Hands it off to Chandler Cleveland. She gets whacked as she goes up with it. Don't forget, fans, we have plenty more high school hoops coming up for you tomorrow night right here on Winter Warriors Live. And also on Vermillion Tanagers Live, as both the boys will be in their 2nd round of the region tournament.
One thing that Winter's got to be thankful for is Vermillion not shooting any better from the charity stripe like Winter tonight. It's horrible free throw shooting for both teams.
2nd free throw for Chandler Cleveland is good, giving her 15 points in the ball game. 47-23. Half-court heave. Looked like it was online, but not enough oomph. And after it was a 12-point lead for Vermillion at halftime, it's ballooned to double that, 24, as we head to the final 8 minutes. It's do or die time for the Winter Warriors. Can they make the amazing comeback. It's not over till a fat lady sings, but she's warming up the vocal cords. We're back in 30 seconds here on Live Ticket TV.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Miller and Associates in Platt, South Dakota if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
47-23. Betsy, just give it to Warrior fans honestly.
Welcome
what
back
does it take?
The first 2 minutes of this quarter is going to be big for Winter. If they can't get 2-3 buckets in this first couple minutes, I'm a diehard Lady Warrior fan, but they're in trouble.
They got fans going, or I should say, concessions going around and asking people in the stands if they want hot dogs, hamburgers right now.
Great job by SoDak16 here.
It scores. Well, Betsy, you said it's going to take the first 2 minutes here. It's a quick turnover, quick bucket for the Warriors. Not done yet, but trail by 22. And now,
that's a turnover.
Turnover by Chandler Cleveland. So the first 22 seconds, 2 turnovers for the Vermillion Tanagers.
Big offensive opportunity here for Winter. They've got to convert here. You've got Brozick and SoDak16 both out there with 4 fouls for Winter too.
Speaking of Brozick, she might have had an open look for 3, didn't take it. Trying to force it inside, ball. Brozick chases it down for the Warriors. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Pass inside, stolen away by Chandler Cleveland. Rovers into the front court. Head coach John Brooks is pacing up and down, wiping off his hands. Janaea Cleveland looking for something to pass to. Now down to Chandler, and Chandler's shot too strong. Offensive board though, Voss. Back to Chandler, she'll miss. Offensive board, Brooke Jensen, reverse layup, good. Brooke Jensen, 4 points for her in the ball game.
And that's not what Winter had to box out. Get that. Gave Vermillion too many opportunities there.
She might have had 4 air balls, but sometimes she can hit the nifty shot.
Probacek.
Trying to find some space and just force something up there.
And Winter totally out of their offensive game. They're just not setting up anything offensively right now.
Janaea Cleveland had swatted out of her hand there for a moment to Chandler. Takes the wide open jumper, connects. Chandler Cleveland is going to go down as the hero for the Tanagers at the moment. 17 for the ball game. 51-25. Vermillion believed they could beat the Winter Warriors, but I don't think anyone expected by as much as we're seeing right now. And for Winter, it's an absolute disbelief. They've only scored 8 points, if you will, since the second half. And now travel.
And Winter's done this to it, like I said it earlier, they've done this to a lot of teams this season. Kept teams, scoreless late into the second half, or only gave up maybe 4 to 8 points the second half. And tonight, Vermillion just too much.
And only 13 points, if you will, Betsy, since the first quarter is what Winter scored.
In a team like Vermillion, you can't do that.
For the first time since 2018, after what happened last year to the Vermillion Tanagers, chance to head to Brookings, South Dakota for 3 days is looking more and more likely.
Good sportsmanship there, Ballsinger and Moss after the foul. And that's going to be on Ballsinger, her second.
An aggressive gameplay by both. In the end, it'll be nothing but love after this final 32, but you can tell both these teams certainly wanted it. Chandler Cleveland down to Brooke Jensen, great assist. Chandler Cleveland, the quick swing of the hand. That's why they're looking at her to go play softball. And now a quick turnover by Janaea. The speed of soccer. Oh, it's poked away from behind last second. Great job there by Ballsinger.
Great job by Lila running down there. Lila, one of the 6 seniors for winter, not wanting to play her last game.
Couple substitutions here for the Winter Warriors. They'll make 3.
Got Sakshan, Barfus, Watson, Moss, and Kyle out there. The only senior out there right now for winter is Watson. And Watson average, she comes in, she's a 3-point specialist. She hasn't even had an opportunity tonight.
It was that way the entire time. I'm not for sure what that chant was.
But, quickly crediting Vermillion's defense to keep Cece from even putting a shot up tonight. I mean, she usually gets several open looks during the games, and right now Vermillion can't
Jumper
miss.
is good. Do get a quick giggle out of here, Betsy. Winter is saying, let's play football. I'd rather not.
That was in response to Vermillion saying, let's play golf.
Oh! Barfus with the bucket, though, for the Lady Warriors.
Can't play football, not same class. 55-27, 4:52, fourth quarter. If I'm correct, we should have a running clock as well. It did hit 55-25 there, because Winter just scored.
Yep.
So
very rarely are you correct, Heath, but I think you're right there.
So we should have a running clock the rest of this game.
Well, I was going to say, not now. They're in a timeout, you goofball.
Yeah, well, like I said, I was trying.
That's what you were trying to say,
Oh
huh?
boy, we got pens flying.
I'm not giving you that back. That's mine now.
I need that one.
Quickly back to that football reference. Winter will play in 11-18 in football.
Well, Betsy, we don't. How about this, Betsy? I'd rather them not, okay? I don't want them to play football.
What's she saying about football now?
I said Winter will play in 11-18. Bring it on.
Well, they do, and they usually beat West Central. 55-27, 4:44, fourth quarter. Chandler Cleveland pass over to Brooke Jensen. Chandler Cleveland to Voss to Casey Hansen. Great passing now by the Vermillion Tanagers. They're going to do this as well just to work as much clock as they possibly can. Casey Hansen will now shoot the 3, and this one's off the mark. Rebounded by Watson.
CC not held scoreless tonight, but boy, she stepped up big on the boards.
Going the opposite way, Sakshan turns it over.
Sakshan just too out of control.
2 on 3. Last second pass to Judson scores. She now has 8 in the ball game, but 6 in this quarter. Her score tally is going to look a lot larger than what the defense actually held for Warriors and the way they shut her down tonight. And now a reach-in foul on Brooke Jensen.
That'll be her 3rd. And Coach Aker conceding here as he's going to bring in some of his other seniors. As we're going to have number 40 checking in, Mara Lukey, the 5'8" senior. Number 24, Emily Sakshan, the 5'5" senior. Livy Otis, only a sophomore, the 5'8" sophomore checking in. Ellie Kaiser, the 5'6" senior. And Tessa C., the 5'11" junior. So.
And Brooke Jensen's now going to finish out. She comes out of the ball game. She'll finish with 8 points here this evening.
So Coach Aker getting some of his other 3 seniors in their last game as a Lady Warrior.
And Coach Brooks now sees that, is going to call off the dogs for his team. Quick turnover by Janaea Cleveland. So everyone who dressed tonight is going to have their opportunity to play for both teams, but for one, it means a whole lot more. And for the other, it means so close. It's a rolling timeout. They're saying, make your hugs, and let's move it on. Come on, let's go, let's go. All right, for the Vermillion Tanagers, so they're starting 5. Rivers will finish with 14. Brooklyn Voss will finish with 10. Chandler Cleveland will finish back-to-back games with 19, and also Casey Hansen off the bench will finish with 6 points. Janaea Cleveland, by the way, the other starter for Vermillion, did not score tonight. And now, Casey Hansen will check out, making way for her younger sister, Lexi. Mom, large smile from her. Well, play it on out here. This is just all about having fun now. It's Halverson, makes the pass over to Hansen. Baylor will shoot the 3 as she got hit, knocks it down. The senior hits the big 3.
And Heath, Vermillion can't miss.
Nope, not anymore.
And Winter can't buy a bucket.
Betsy, I go back to something I mentioned to you in the pregame as well. I said when they have a poor shooting night, 47 against Lennox, they always come back and score 14 plus. Betsy, I said that's 61 during the pregame.
And it's 60. I knew where you were going. Livy Otis at the free throw line for Winter. Again, Winter just free throw shooting horrendous. We're going to see Brozick, Balsinger, and Watson coming back in here for winner. So they're not done yet for tonight.
Good.
Those three.
I'd love to see these seniors out there finish this one out of the game tonight. And I don't mind the move. Some people might question why Larry still has stars coming back out here or those type of players coming back out, but I don't mind the move. Let them play it out. This is the end for especially the seniors.
Absolutely. I 100% agree.
Yep, you got all seniors out there for winner except number 12, Livy Otis, only the sophomore.
Shoot, I'll even take 6 girls out there right now for winner. Get all 6 out there. I don't mind. Looks like Vermillion is starting to pass around signs and billboards. They say state bound. Trey Hansen, who had 40 the other night, and their 77-70 victory, is starting to flash one up.
And again, another shot just won't go in for winner.
Wallen trying to get the front court, pass up to Baylor. Baylor double teamed, get to Richardson. Bounce pass back to Baylor. Baylor to Richardson, 3-pointer. This one is off the mark.
Big rebound by senior Ellie Kaiser there. And Otis gonna bring it up here for winner.
100 seconds remain here in the ball game.
And there's Watson gonna go to the free throw line. And for winner, gonna graduate 6 seniors. 3 of them don't get a lot of playing time, but they gave a lot to the program. Winner gonna return a big core, and Lady Warriors have an 8th grade class that's coming up that's gonna make some noise in the future here, folks. It's the well is not dry in winter.
No, not at all. In winter, always
it never is.
Always a competitive team.
As Balsinger going to come off the court, Otis also.
I won't make a comment to that.
Second free throw for Watson, and that's her first point of the night.
Richardson will inbound it to Wallen.
Olivia Sweetland, again, another young one, sophomore, 4 winner coming into the ballgame.
Everyone getting their chance to play tonight here in Meadows, South Dakota.
And a turnover there. Ooh, Lukey got away with the carry. At this point,
let him play.
Let him play. Absolutely. Sweetland, she'll pop him from there. Lukey thought about it. She'll put up the jumper. No good. And again, just cold shooting for winner tonight. Big story.
Baylor tries to get it to Hansen.
Ooh, Sweetland might have got away with the travel, but gets the bucket. And
a couple more girls we'll check on for the winter Warriors.
Yep. Tessa C, only a junior, checking back in, along with Otis out there. So 3 seniors and a junior and a sophomore for winner.
Some final hugs there from Coach Aker. Vermillion can't hold on for the last second shot.
Oh, Emily Soction almost with the steal.
Hansen down to Halverson, back to Hansen. To Baylor. Baylor inside to Richardson. Moving around, Halverson wide open. Richardson, she'll take the shot, partially blocked on its way through. Missed. It's gonna be picked up by the winter Warriors. So for the first time since 2018, the Vermillion Tanagers are back to the state tournament, defeating the winter Warriors by a final score of 60-30. Tonight in Meadow, the town bleeds red for Vermillion. After a season a year ago that saw Vermillion finish 19-1. High expectations to make it to state were upset in the region tournament. This year, not only do they revenge the loss in the region tournament, but also finish the job in the SoDak16, defeating winner 60-30. 3 down, 3 more to go, all happening in Brookings, South Dakota. Betsy, you can't say enough about this winter Warriors team. Just in the end, tonight wasn't their night.
Was not their night. The shooting, that first quarter looked good. You know, it was a close first quarter, 13-12. Winter started out hot. Then Vermillion just started taking advantage of the turnovers. Winter was unable to take advantage of all those turnovers that Vermillion had. And the shots weren't going in. Winter got cold. They started panicking. We've seen that in their losses this year. It's a fairly young group of girls. And tonight, credit the the Tanagers. Their press caused a lot of turnovers, and they converted. Nothing to hang your hat by for the Lady Warriors. They're going to finish 16-5, fall a game short of where they wanted to be, but they just ran into a very, very good Vermillion team. And I'm sure that's what Coach Akers is going to tell them too. And again, for Winter Lady Warrior fans, the well's not dry. This 8th grade class, there's a lot of bright future. We're going to return a lot of girls, a lot of starters next year, and the future's very bright for this Lady Warrior team, and they got nothing to hang their heads about.
Well, right now they hand out the awards. These are just, as Cole Larson would probably say, participation awards. They feel good to make it to state, but at the end of the day, Cole, this isn't what the task was for Vermillion. It's not to make it to state, it's to make it to state and win state.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this will get hung up. They'll display it on your graduation portfolio of all your awards. But at the end of the day, you got 3 more games left: Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week. The job is a long way from over for the Vermillion Tanagers.
60-30 is your final. And
actually, that Class A tournament, I think, is wide open.
I would agree with you.
From 1 to 8, I mean, we don't know who all's advanced yet, but it's a wide open tournament. And best of luck to the Tanagers. We'll be watching from home and wish we were there, but it wasn't winner's night tonight. And this will only make these younger players hungry for next year. And thank you to our 6 seniors. They put their heart and soul into it, and they left it all on the court tonight. Tomorrow night, Winter Warriors host the Lakota Tech Tatanka at the Winter Armory, 7 o'clock tip-off. Don't forget, Winter Warriors Live. You've got a game tomorrow night too, Heath.
Yep, we got a game tomorrow night too. We're not going to finish it here yet, Betsy. We're going to step aside. We'll have our post-game statistics. We'll see if we can't have some post-game conversation with coaches. If not, we'll wrap it up. That is on the way next. Also, we'll take a look at scores from across the state for your SoDak16. What is in, or I should say, who is in to make it to state? That is on the way next here on Live Ticket TV.
Part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home. Now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
Schrader Electric and Control, located in Winter, is available for all your electrical service needs. With close to 40 years of experience, Brian and his crew can take care of all your electrical projects, residential or commercial. Schrader Electric works with new construction, remodels, and new additions. Call Brian at 605-840-8913 to get a quote or schedule your next electrical service. Schrader Electric and Control is a proud sponsor of the schools on the Live Ticket Network.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Do you have a pest problem? Nebraska and Iowa, utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
The Insurance Center in Winter is an independent insurance agency affiliated with many fine companies representing all types of insurance. They're able to provide you with a no-obligation comparison of your auto, home, business, crop, farm, life, and health insurance needs. Since they have access to so many companies, they have the ability to offer you the best possible coverages at the most competitive rates. For all of your insurance needs, it's the Insurance Center in Winter, White River, Platte, Burke, and Valentine.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Tonight, Meadow will be painted red. Red for the Vermillion Tanagers. For the first time since 2018, Vermillion girls basketball team is on to a state tournament.
Box. Contact Trace Meyer.
Oh, how great does it feel? Hugs, smiles, tears all around here in Meadow, South Dakota. It is a great night to be a Tanager. Betsy Watzel, tough night to be Winter Warriors, but as you mentioned, what a great season this Winter team had, finishing 16-5 overall. A lot of great talent that you guys are going to lose going into next year, but a lot of great talent that's returning into the upcoming season.
Right, and a lot of young talent that got a lot of playing time this year, and those sophomores and juniors for Winter. And it just, you know, we knew it was going to be an uphill battle. If Winter would have won this game, I wish they could have kept it closer, but Vermillion just turned it on when they needed to and stepped up, and again, congratulations to them. They just took it to Winter when they needed to, and they were the better team tonight, and no doubt about it.
Cole, let's go over our final game statistics before we wrap this one up here on the broadcast, as we're not going to catch up with either Coach Aker or Coach Brooks, but we'll get the stats, we'll take a look at the SoDak16 and wrap it up. Cole, what do you have for final game numbers?
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. I think I just had a stroke for a second there, but final stats. First for the win, I have no idea what just happened. First for the Winter Warriors, 30 points in the contest. Their leading scorer, 2 of them, was Pravacek and Craven, both finished with 7 points. Then we'll just go down the roster numerically, get the total stats. Kyle with a rebound and 3 steals. Sakshan with 2 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. And Pravacek with that 7 points and a rebound. Balsiger just a point and 2 rebounds and a steal for her. Brozic with 3, a board and a steal. Moss with a point, 3 rebounds and a steal. Craven with 7 and 3 rebounds. Lily Barfus with 4 points. Olivia Swedlin with 2 and a steal. And Cece Watson, no points, but had 6 rebounds and an assist. For Winter, they scored 12 in the first, 5 in the second, 6 in the third, 7 in the fourth. For a total of 30 points. They will end their season 16-5. Do the Winter Lady Warriors. Just shot 3 of 14 from the free throw line. Now for the Vermillion Tanagers, they score 60 points. They were led in scoring by Chandler Cleveland, who finished with 19. Then we'll just go down the roster numerically. Casey Hansen with 6, 2 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Taylor Barta with an assist and a steal. Lexi Hansen with an assist late in the game. Taylor Roovers, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Brooklyn Voss, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Janaea Cleveland with 2 rebounds, 5 steals for her. Bailey Baylor with a 3 and a rebound in that fourth quarter. Chandler Cleveland, again, 19 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, and 4 steals. And Brooke Jensen with 8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. They shoot 9 of 18 from the free throw line. Their score by quarter, 13 in the first, 16 in the second, 18 in the third, 13 in the fourth for their total of 60 points. They will move on to 19-4. And will play on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Dakota Bank Center up in Brookings, South Dakota.
So here's an interesting matchup, just real quick. Looking at this, SoDak16, Red Cloud in a battle with Bellefouche. We said that. If Bellefouche would knock off Red Cloud, Vermillion T, first game of the state tournament.
Oh, boy.
Just noticed that on the SoDaks.
A lot could still happen.
Yes.
By the way, the girls are finally, for Vermillion, told to go over to the ladders to start cutting down the net. They get to enjoy that moment here as fans will take pictures and everyone will watch on as they cut the nets down. So we talk about that, Betsy. Do we want to get, is he available?
He is down there right now doing his first interview. So
Okay.
he'll probably head up this way.
Well, we'll see if we can't catch up with winning coach, head coach John Brooks, as I know he was in the pile there for a while with his group. Well, when we get back to the SoDak16, quickly go over this. So far, they're starting the fourth quarter, but looks like Sisseton's going to beat Tri-Valley. 48-32 right now. So we're going to say Sisseton's on. Sioux Falls beats Miller 62-32. Flandreau beats... Oh, excuse me, 62-22. I apologize. Flandreau is going to beat Hill City. Not final yet, but right now 52-27. Red Cloud and Bellefouche 25-27-22. Red Cloud just got a bucket. They lead by 5 halfway through the second quarter there. T Area's on to the state tournament as they beat Mobridge Pollock 62-37. Also, in an upset, maybe, Mount Vernon Blankenton currently up by 9 in the final 3 minutes there. 37-28. We're actually watching that game. Missed shot there, it looked like by Emily Fox. No, excuse me, Emily Fox shoots the 3. Missed. But nonetheless, Aberdeen Rock College is going to come down and get a 3 here, Cole. And then also Hanson.
Thanks, Darcy, for spoiling it, because I guarantee she's the one updating the score feed app. I guarantee it.
And Hanson is beating Florence Henry right now. That one's just started the second quarter, 13-10. So,
and go Hanson, because I would win the upset pot at the office. If all these scores.
Well, so you got the 9-8 upset?
No, Troy does. We don't want Troy to win. So I've got the Aberdeen. I've got MVP.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, nobody wants Troy to win. I agree.
No, we don't want Troy to win. So.
Quick look on the B side as other scores have gone final. Number 1, Arlington beat number 16, Gayville Volans, 69-57.
Closer game than the person would have thought.
Yep, absolutely. Hardington County beat Northwestern, 58-25. That was a 2 seed. They got the victory. The 3 seed right now, Centerville is taking it to Trip Delmont Armor, 52-27.
Wow.
Currently on upset alert, number 13, Andy Central Dakota Christian is beating Ethan 50-46. The 5 seed Wall beat Coleman Egan 75-44. The 6 seed Warner beat Harriet Selby Area 54-38, or I should say is beating them. 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter there. 2 minutes left in the third. Lyman is starting to pull away from Kadoka Area 44-29. And also in a slight upset, number 9, James Valley Christian beat number 8, Lemon, 61-50, your final there. We are holding out for head coach John Brooks here on the postgame show. We're going to see if we can't catch up with him in just a moment as fans continue to mull around here in Meadow, South Dakota. Betsy, final thoughts on the Winter Warriors.
Just congratulations again, Winter Lady Warriors. Had the opportunity to call all of their home games, a couple of their away games this year. They have nothing to hang their heads about. They came out, got that 5-0 lead, had down only 1 going in that second quarter, but second quarter just unraveled, and just Vermillion was too much. And being a 13 seed, you're not expected to do a lot. They gave it a run there in the first quarter. They never gave up. Maybe hung their heads a little bit at times, but they fought to the end. And you just lost to a better team tonight, and they're going to regroup. This is going to make. I know this group of girls. I've known them for a long time. These sophomores, juniors coming back, and the younger ones coming up through the program. This is going to make them hungry. They want to get back to that state tournament. It's been a few years. They got got a taste of it by watching some of the older girls when they were younger, and they're ready. They'll be fine. And again, congratulations to Vermillion. We'll be watching you, and best of luck to them the rest of the season, the state tournament. Again, don't forget, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock tip-off, Winter Warriors host Lakota Tech.
Brooklyn Voss host up the net. John Brooks is running around. I think he was telling his daughter to save me a piece of the net, as I think is what he was saying there. I'm not quite for sure the exact words that he was saying there at the moment. Was that tell your daughter to save you a piece of the net?
That was me telling Brooklyn Voss to save me a piece of that net.
Okay. Well, your daughter was coming after you saying, I got one for you.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's holding on to 2 right now.
Good.
Coach, how's it feel? Are you happy, or can you give me a smile for once?
It feels really good, obviously, and we knew it was going to be a lot tougher than maybe some people thought. I told that to people today, and it was a winner. They're very good in their press, and they get after him. We told our girls this would be very similar to the Sioux Falls Christian game, and they got after us early, and I think in the second half, once we kind of got back into our half-court defense and made it more of a half-court game, that was better for us. And we were able to get some stops and finally settled in and knock down some shots.
Well, you knocked down some shots, as you mentioned, but that first quarter, it was kind of a rock fight. And even you can go back to the first 2 minutes, it was a 5-0 run. That winner started things off. Did that make you a little nervous in the way this one got started for the Warriors?
They came at us hard, right, with their press and a ton of energy. And, we didn't do a very good job the whole first half of attacking their zone. We were too much on the perimeter. We weren't getting the ball to the middle and the baseline. And but once again, you got to credit winner. That's the way they play, and that's how they get after you. So I knew our girls. We got a veteran group, and sometimes it just takes them a little bit to to kind of see what the other team's doing and how to attack it, and I thought we settled in well, nice the second half.
What was it down there late in the second quarter that your team started to capitalize on turnovers and really shifted this game tonight?
Yeah, Brooklyn Boss got a couple big steals for us, her and Janaea down there, and they just have a lot of length, and we needed them. It was kind of like you said, it was kind of a rock fight, and then all of a sudden we were able to get some steals and run in transition. Brooklyn had a couple nice finish inside to get us going, and then it felt good going into the halftime with that 10, 12-point lead, but we still knew that we could play a lot better, and that was kind of the focus at halftime. It's, hey, let's come out and let's execute against their zone, and once we did that, we were able to stretch the lead.
You come out in the third quarter, as you mentioned, so you start to stretch that lead even more and more. When was it? Was it late there in the third quarter, some big threes also in the fourth, that you started to realize this was going to go Vermillion's way tonight?
Well, I think once we started getting we got some good high-lows there, and Chandler was starting to be very active in the middle, and she was starting to knock down those little 10 to 12 footers that she's so good at. And once we kind of established that part of offense and got to that part, then those outside shots opened up, and then you see Casey knock one down, and then it kind of like everything starts working. And I think the big part too is our defense in the second half, just getting back into man-to-man defense and making it tough for them to score. And really happy with the way the girls adjusted there at halftime.
I would ask you, is the goal accomplished? But obviously it's not. The goal is to win a state tournament. Something we haven't necessarily seen yet from this team is put together 3 consistent days of basketball. Now that you're going to be tasked with that, and a potential rematch of T area in the first round, depends on how that Belle-Fourche Red Cloud game goes. I know you're paying attention to that one. What are you looking forward to the state tournament, and what does it take from this group of girls to put 3 games of consistent basketball together to give Vermillion a chance to win a state title?
Yeah, obviously it's very nice making the state tournament. It's a huge goal for everybody at the beginning of the year, and now the trick is in the next week is now you got to refocus, and now that you've made it is now you got to go try to win the thing. And obviously that's going to be our focus, but you can only do it one game at a time, and we're going to be all in on whoever we're playing first. We got a full week to get everything scouted and ready to go, and I know our girls are excited. They're ready for this moment. They've been working at this for a couple heartaches the last 2 years, and I know our group will be ready to go.
In a town that they paint blue, let's go paint it red next week and see if we can't bring home a state title, all right?
All right, Heath, thanks a lot.
There he is, head coach John Brooks here on to the postgame show as he talks with his crew. 60-30. That one's in the final few seconds here. It's under a minute remaining in this game, and Mount Vernon is up by 5 here at the moment. They make the second free throw, by the way, Cole, so it's going to go up by 6 here. So it looks like Mount Vernon Plankinton is going to get the upset over Aberdeen Roncalli. Colder at 55
Please don't jinx
seconds.
it. Please don't jinx it.
55 seconds.
Quit talking. Quit talking.
Cole? Any final thoughts from you?
I mean, to be honest, no.
Okay.
But, yeah, no, I mean, not really. It was a great game. It's honestly, to me, a bummer that Winter couldn't keep this a little closer. I mean, at one point it seemed like the lid was on the hoop. I really wanted to see what this game would have been like if it was a 10-point game down the stretch. I mean, it was physical, it was fast the whole way, don't get me wrong, but I would have loved for it to be about a 5-10-point game at the end of the third quarter, make it close, make it very interesting. Yeah, currently I don't have a lot of thoughts right now because MVP is up 7. And, oh my. This is about to be a really good day.
We'll finish on that note. For all the Warrior fans out there, don't forget, back here tomorrow evening for more high school hoops as the boys compete in the second round of their region tournament. And also, for Vermillion fans, we'll be back with you 6 o'clock tomorrow as Vermillion tries to revenge a loss from earlier this season, taking on the Lennox Orioles in the Region 4A tournament. All the coverage can be found right here on Winter Warriors Live, Vermillion Tanagers Live, and also Live Ticket TV. For Betsy Watzel, for Cole Arsh, I'm Heath Nimke. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your night. Vermillion Tanagers are on to the state tournament for the first time since 2018.